record it. You guys can watch it later if you want, or whichever. All right, so is everybody ready and sort of rested? You have what spells you want memorized, and so on?
We didn't have a very restful night. Kept getting interrupted by combat and that, and we're up early. But, well, we're stalwart.
Yeah, and you did get about 4 hours, maybe.
I think I'm only allowed one level 1 spell, so...
There you go. Make it count.
I got one in mind, yeah.
There's a few hours meditation through the evening. Yeah, I'm rested, ready to go.
Yeah, you got yourself healed up nicely. So I'm going to move the characters. They come down, and you just had breakfast and did your sword fighting, Justin and Thrandrau.
Okay.
Right, and you guys are ready to go and honed, and you're kind of excited. You're heading out there, and I just have to grab
a little bit of sparring, a little bit of...
Yeah, you guys are honed up. You had a good breakfast. Yeah, the Ostler saw you off, and he wishes you well. I don't know if you really let him in on what you're exactly doing. But he knows you guys are heading out and getting in trouble.
Our specialty.
You seem to be good at that.
Bunch of youngins off to get in trouble.
Yeah.
You guys come outside, and there's a militia patrol just walked by. They'll probably be around the town for a while, for the next few days while things settle down. And they're worried about the demon coming back and attacking the village, so everybody's on guard, and everybody's got their weapons out, crude or not, ready. So sure enough, you see Taruko and Gru Cobart are waiting in the courtyard, and he just gives you kind of a curt nod. You see he's this middle-aged guy with this bit of a pot belly and a wicked little goatee. He's kind of bald. And his companion is kind of lumbering behind him, and his companion has this big battle axe that he brought with him. And he looks pretty impressive. This guy's probably 6'6" and 280 pounds and massive axe.
Yeah, I played football against a guy that size. I remember trying to block him, and he picked me up and threw me at our quarterback.
There you go. Used you as a weapon. Oh, I see.
Well, I only weighed 185 at the time, so
that's scary.
So you're saying you were his addle-addle?
Yeah. Wing.
Okay, Roland Nora, there's a lot to fill you in on. I guess I could wrap it up in a nutshell, but you heard a lot of that went on last adventure, actually. We ended about 9:30-ish or so.
Mm-hmm. I heard most of it.
Yeah.
So
they fill you in on, they tell you about what's going on and stuff. But the grove was attacked by something, and it was that shadow assassin. And that thing's around somewhere. Perhaps, or not.
Well, I don't think we drove her off totally. We may have kicked her out for the day, but I imagine she'll be back sooner or later. We didn't do any much physical harm to her.
Yeah, like maybe this evening.
Well, perhaps if you're in need of more assistance, I can help you next time.
So, on the map, just a couple little couple of things to make things smoother is I'm often going to refer to the turn order and then ask everybody what they're going to do in the next minute or 5 minutes. And then in combat, of course, we'll go to that turn order fairly strictly. And then there's a rule I've been boning up on my rules and stuff. If a character, it says dawdles, I think it uses the word. It gets to your turn and you're sitting there going kind of yeah, like basically 10 seconds. And then your turn gets skipped. Your character is literally kind of standing there. So use your off time to plan your move. And play ready golf.
Yep.
And any questions or anything before we get going, like logistics? I know I've kind of condensed things to a simpler way. Okay. Yes, sir.
I'm just.
How would I get Justin's name on my token? Or at least like next to mine or something.
Really, dog? Now you want to play?
Justin's, I don't understand. Actually, his name is there.
Justin will have to. Troy will have to move his token.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he means. Do you see your token right now by the trees and stuff? Or the horses?
What trees?
Horses?
I says, I've got a thing up that says your connection to the server has been interrupted. Anything you do right now will attempt to send when you go back online.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Internet.
Yep.
I'm just looking to see if everybody's here. Where did Thrandrew go? Did you?
Oh, I just moved over with these other guys here. Over to the right.
Do you know them? You know Sister Zhang.
A little bit. Yeah.
She's with two
Well,
strangers.
we were over here sparring and that, I guess, and then these guys came out, and I don't know. I figured we're all going to get together.
No, you're right. They were just showing up. So this is when I was going to kind of say that
Okay,
you recognize Sister Zhang, and she's kind of talking with these two strangers. And one appears to be sort of elven-like looking. They both are. They're all females, I think, right? You guys are all females, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Right.
Justin's
we got it. We got a girl gaggle going on, and we're coming over to visit.
Well, the monk. I'm just quickly making sure you guys are all on the chart. Justin is. Taruko and those guys I'll add later. And they're kind of. Taruko looks kind of with a kind of level gaze at the girls coming walking over. And we'll start with Sister Zhang. You can introduce, and then Boudica, Relanora.
Mm-hmm.
Relanora doesn't know Justin or Thrandrew, right?
Nope.
Don't believe so.
Nope. So playing Sister Zhang, a monk. She's kind of tiny, actually. She's only 5'2". Kind of slight woman, but you can see all sinew and hard packed muscle, and rather colorful in orange and red. She's currently wearing a single long ponytail, but she does kind of want to tuck that up before we get out of here. She'll need a minute or two to run up to the room and change some stuff because she left all her gear up in the room last night.
Okay, so you scoot up to your room then.
Yeah. Well, as I walk in, I'll introduce Boudica and Relanora to Justin and Thranadu, two other companions I've met, and apparently we've got a little do going on with a couple of guys here in town this morning. So get acquainted. I'll be back in a minute or two and pass it on to whoever's next.
Getting ourselves quite the little group here.
Well met. My name is Justin Brule, and I am from south of here. Very close to Woolly Bay. Thrandrew and I have been traveling together for the last week or so. And we heard from two fellows here at the inn that they have word on a semi-abandoned outpost from the old temple that the rumor is that there are bandits who are utilizing it. And we were going to go this morning and see if that were the case before meeting with the kind of village elders here about the little excitement we had last night.
Mm-hmm.
And Taruko and Gru kind of stay back and quietly kind of, so we did not expect more company. It will make the reward quite thin. He doesn't look pleased. So, young sister, he kind of looks with a bit of a solid look at Zhang. You come with more recruits, and he gives a bit of a smirk, and, well, perhaps we'll need them.
Many hands make light work.
Yeah, hopefully we'll make light work of these bandits.
He gives a curt nod. True, sister. Who are your new companions? Are they coming with us on our journey?
I believe they are. They seem to be interested. We just need to make formal introductions. Miss Bodakai and Miss Relanora. Relanora and I have previously had an expedition together.
Yes, it was a quite thrilling adventure. I'll curtsy to the rest of the group. I'm currently wearing a sort of gypsy outfit from the camp outside of town, but I'm wearing my leather armor underneath it. I have probably long yellow hair that's braided, and I'm probably wearing a little bit of makeup, but not too much. She looks pretty strong and lean, but probably and has a keen look in her eye as she looks around and seems inquisitive about everything. She, of course, hides her true appearance very carefully, as she's been made aware of the environment around her. So she appears pretty normal, besides dressing like a gypsy. And she has a small book on her, as well as 2 daggers.
And I just realized we have to do one little side note. Apologize, everybody. I kind of slipped my mind, and that's the fact that Relanora has never met Boudica, and being the characters they are, may require a bit of a side intro.
Do it.
Because, so we'll go to that quickly. Relanora, you slip into the grove. Daphne quickly fills you in, and you tell her that something, what chased that out? And she says, the grove chased her. The grove chased it out. It was a assassin sent to kill, and she looks at you keenly, sent to kill a friend. But quickly, come inside. And she takes your hand and just zips through the grove, seems secure, and you're like, oh, look, it's okay. And you go right to the main tree, and she takes you right up the main tree, and you guys go past a giant gorilla who's kind of watching the entrance, and you see this sister Zhang, who you've met before, is crouched over this figure who's in this, it's an elven cloak. And in fact, you recognize Giroux's work, like he used to weave stuff and make stuff like that, right? So this is one of his personal elven cloaks he made for somebody, which tells you something. But they're both, and you smelled smoke and stuff. There was a fire in the treehouse. And so you get there and realize with a gasp that the library has been attacked and certain books have been burned and destroyed. And at the moment, you don't really have time to ascertain which are where, because you burst in and they both look up because the gorilla follows you and Daphne kind of clears her throat. I bring another friend back. This is the young elf. And she mentions that word, and that sets off a bit of an alarm. Boudica. Friend saved a friend of mine, Gregarious, and I owe her deeply. But I must go now and watch the grove. And she slips off.
Hello.
And there you are.
I
Now,
heard everything that
Boudica, first make a dexterity check to see how well you keep yourself covered. Relanora, go ahead.
I heard everything that happened. Is everyone okay?
Okay, so you want to roll your dexterity or less.
Yeah, and that's well under my dex.
Right. I'm not sure why the +3 was on there. It's an
Oh,
old
because-
stat you had on there or something.
Yeah, it's because of I thought it was
Your
we were
foot.
still on the leg injury.
Right. Good call. That will have to tend to quickly as well.
Indeed.
So go ahead, you guys.
Okay. I heard everything that happened. Is everything all right?
Aside
It's
from
been-
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, it's been an interesting evening again.
Oh, there's also a tabaxi crouched on the other side,
Oh,
and he's eyeballing you. I don't know this one. He's pointing, and you recognize this. Well, you actually don't recognize him. It's a kind of a cat, half man creature.
I've never seen anything like you.
And he's down low, crouching. Well, a friend of Daphne's, I suppose. And he goes forward and gives his paw out. He's like, 3 girls. I thought I was getting lucky earlier. This is great. And he's been a bit like that in our last session. He's quite dapper, and in his way, he's quite charming. And he's still a bit hurt though, and skinny and stuff. And then he sidles back and kind of gives you a look. We're just about to leave.
To where, I may ask?
Well, actually, I'm staying here. I'll let them talk. They're supposedly meeting up with some friends and heading off to the east. I have to rest for a while.
We have to go over to the inn for sunrise here, or just after, seeing as the sun's already cracked. I'm supposed to meet a couple other adventurous souls, shall we say, at dawn.
Alex, can you make a +10? So add 10 to your roll. Dexterity, or no, make that a wisdom check, please.
I don't think
So it's a long shot. That's a really hard roll to make.
Yeah,
If you make this, I don't know what your wisdom is.
It's 12.
So yeah, you need like a 2. 1 or 2.
19. That's too low.
Oh yeah. So you can't. You for some reason the figure is in the elven cloak is really keeping covered.
Jeru must take great care of you if he is providing you with such clothing. My name is Relenora Oros. Do you have a name?
Well met, Relenora. I am Boudica. I am Jeru's ward.
Ward. That's good to know. I've been waiting for him. Do you know where he is?
And the tabaxi looks very quickly at her and then kind of looks back and.
I'm here on the as part of my own grove, and I need to see him as soon as possible.
The last we heard, he was moving to the east, and these brave heroes are going to be going that direction. It could be he was investigating this same sort of stronghold, perhaps. Did he mention that? You said he mentioned that?
Yes, I did. He was investigating this this outpost. He's been gone for 3 weeks.
Ah. Okay, then perhaps this clue is the key. Yes.
3 weeks to investigate a outpost that's only a few hours away. This needs this doesn't sound right. I think we need a few more hands on this task.
And of course, you're hooking up with a party. And it's going to be a big one. We're going to have like 6, 7, 8 people.
Would you ladies mind joining us to go stomp some bandits, possibly?
Well, I don't see why not. We can't jump too hastily into the conflict of Daru just yet. I think some experience is in order before we venture forward.
Well, it could pay off with a couple of friendly locals if we go as well.
Also, new acquaintances and friends is good, isn't it? And I'll give a actually pretty naive looking smile.
Nice.
Shall we be off then to meet the other young gentlemen I know?
Yes, we shall.
Do you need help with your foot?
I do.
Now, Heather, I was going to get Boudica to make a roll because she remembers that Drew would have herbs and funguses and mushrooms and concoctions, and there's jars all over the place, right? And
Yes.
there's herbs hanging from the ceiling, and sausages and all sorts of things. So if you could make a no, that would be a. You are a ranger, so I was going to make that a charisma check.
Okay. And let me double check my stats real quick. Do not have that open.
Ooh, that's going to be close. 17. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's going to be really close. It's right on the number.
That is technically a pass. Now, it's not a great pass, and as a DM, it would be nice if you rolled a 1 or 2, you would have found the stash. Okay? But at this point, you do look around on the ceiling and stuff, and you can identify, like, oh, just wait a sec, you guys, and you're looking around, and let me think. Now, he taught you some herb lore, right? I'm gonna give you that as another background proficiency. That was
Okay.
part of your ranger training. And you look around, and you can recognize some, okay, that's cattails, and that's this and that, and you grab a couple things and you quickly stir it up in a pot, and what was the one precious ingredient only had enough for so much, and you need some wine to mix it with. And he taught you this rudimentary potion that it's treated like a light healing potion.
Okay.
And so you mix up. Now you can roll a 4-sided die.
Okay.
And add your wisdom bonus.
Okay, and my wisdom bonus is that's +1. That
So you rolled a 4. You still have that +3 function going. You wouldn't have that
right.
at the moment.
Here, I'll change that. Thank you.
Nice. So you have 5 doses that you grind up and stir. And these healings, they're 5 doses, but these ones only heal 1d6.
Okay.
Oh, healing is good because, we don't have too much of that.
Yeah. And you also, could you roll the 100-sided die for me?
I can indeed.
You would be so kind. And thanks, everyone, for being patient. I'm just wrap a couple things I forgot to do. And your roll is? I'm not looking at it right now.
It's 88.
Oh, interesting. You find a gourd that is special because it's marked and it's got a tag on it. And it's on the tag, it says superheroism.
Okay.
And so if you have a DM guide, I'm just looking for it really quickly now. I kind of know what it does in a way, but I'm just going to... Okay, here it is, superheroism. You know that you're pretty sure. Make a wisdom check, see how much you know. Actually, don't look it up. I have it. I'm going to...
And I went over, so.
Hey, you're not sure, but you're pretty sure that if a hero type, like a fighter guy, drinks this, it helps him, but you can't remember how. but you know that it's powerful. You remember this was special. This was something that Drew had tucked aside.
Okay.
And you know that in a pinch, you take it, and it's like a booster. A powerful booster that only fighters can use. Or fighter class.
Okay.
But you don't know what it does. You can't remember, and you can't read the rest of the script. You're like, ah.
Right.
So you got the 2 potions, and you made the one. You're like, oh, cool. And you can do with what you will with them. And then you guys decided we're going to go meet up with your friends, and then I'll bring you back to the street. We've moved forward. And your foot, I'll say that you can take one of those potions, of course. How many hit points are you down?
Let me double check that. Did I not write that down?
Actually, no. I was going to say Daphne was going to take care of your foot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she will heal it. But you have to run with her back to her tree to do that. And then when you get back to her tree, she can cast a spell with her tree on you. That takes a minute or 2, not long. And while the rest of you guys are getting ready to go and packing up. And you guys are finishing up your sword duel, and you've been fighting, and you go out front and meet up with Taruko and Gru, and then the girls come walking down the street. A little bit of a limp on the one, and then you introduce each other and met, and names were crossed, and Brad posted some stuff about him being a pretty easygoing guy. He always seems relaxed, even though things are tense. What's your race, Brad?
200 meters, I think.
All right, so we're going to go back to where we were, everybody, and we've assembled in front. Now, just for consensus, you guys need to discuss quickly your order as you walk. Like if you were going to be in a line, side by side or single file. But first of all, let's do a side by side turn of order, and then I'll move your characters around. Now you can turn characters. I'm going to face them all one direction.
So
All right.
there's 7.
Justin would probably almost assume he's going to be in front.
Well, he can get out there. What kind of armor does he have at the moment?
Studded mail. In fact, let me give everybody a description of him.
Yeah, sure.
This young man is about 5'10". He's in his mid-teens probably. He weighs about 185. He has green and yellow tunic on underneath. Studded leather armor. He has a medium-sized shield that is currently without device. That's right now slung on his back, and underneath that is a baldric that has a broadsword in it. He has kind of riding boots on, and no head covering at all. But he's not extraordinarily handsome. He's a 13 in comeliness, so he's better than some.
If it wasn't for the bad haircut.
Well, when they put the bowl on your head and just trim around everything below that, but it does have the advantage of keeping hair out of your eyes when you're doing stuff.
At the moment, you've been away from home for not long, right?
Right.
And so some habits you kept, and now you've been kind of keeping between you and me. So, but that might have been one habit you kept, was trimming your hair in a certain manner.
Right.
And it's distinct, like you said.
Now, he might, after having met everybody, he might excuse himself to go back and get his horse.
Oh yeah. Okay. And
And since the stable boy is out of commission, he would probably need to go back there and you do the saddle, blanket, bridle, the saddle and all like that. And then he would come around leading a medium war horse.
nice.
A real nice one.
Yeah, like an actual legit war horse.
Um,
What was the name of that horse again?
Saddler.
Right. Now that's kind of a nickname you gave it. It has it was named at its birth and stuff with a name. If you follow Saddlers, though, you're one. You call it that when you're close with it and stuff.
The use name.
Yeah. But I'll talk to you about that after,
Okay.
because that's a special breed of horse. It's very,
one
Medium
question.
war horse is kind of like usually like a Morgan in size.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, and the colors there almost look like it. It's a bit of a, yeah.
So,
Okay, so I was just,
sorry, Thanadru.
Yeah.
I wanted to know what Thanadru looks like in the daylight. That was seen as I met him at dusk and seen him in the dark by torchlight, and other than that, not much.
I've got Comeliness 9. You probably don't want to look at it. A little
I
bit.
mean, but your equipment this morning for going adventuring.
Yeah, I'm wearing a scale mail armor. I got most of the rust off it. It still looks a little rough around the edges. I've got a longbow, a bastard sword, and a flail as my backup weapon. Yeah, he's kind of an easygoing kind of guy. He's generally kind of quiet. Sometimes seems like he's off daydreaming. Always seems relaxed, even in the most taxing of times. He just seems strangely relaxed. Yeah.
You got to quit smoking that stuff.
hey Brad, make a 20-sided roll.
Doing that right now, actually.
And I might add like a bit of a disfigurement that would have made that comeliness go down.
Yeah, could be something like that because
Like a scar or.
So would that be bad if I mentioned that
Finding a
my
picture
comeliness is 17?
bio.
No, that'd be a good thing, Eleanor.
Looking
Wow.
right. Yes, he's an elf.
All right, so now everybody has to make a +10, and you just have to do this because the other figure that is with Sister Zhang is covered in an elaborate cloak that's hard to perceive through, and the call is drawn, and you have to make a +10, either wisdom or intelligence check, whichever you prefer. But it's a plus. No, it would be a wisdom check only.
Okay. I met mine with a 12.
Okay, anybody
I rolled
else?
a 2.
A +10 roll, you said?
Yes.
Mhm.
So Troy got a 28. He's like, doesn't he just sees what he sees and everything's so Thrandrew, you notice that this one smaller figure that came along has armor and stuff that goes all the way around her head and keeps it quite covered, and you can't ascertain her features.
Yeah.
And she's also gloved. And Relanora, on the way here with them, these eyes met yours just for a flash. And the eyes were of what color are your eyes?
Red.
Ah. There's a flash. Now, you guys don't. This is only Relanora.
Well, I know all about that because being an optician. If it's natural.
This is only for Relanora.
It's like, so she's completely covered. Like I can't see skin or hair or anything like that.
No, you realize that she's done it quite artfully to a point where, she has kept herself totally obscured.
And is this that you're talking about?
You're oblivious. Okay, Justin.
I can role play that.
Okay. You're still bringing your horse out and stuff.
All right.
What class is Relenora?
Well,
I'm,
that's you don't have to say that if you don't want.
Okay. Well, I guess just from what I can tell, it looks like a fighter class.
Yeah, you can say generally or
I'm wearing leather armor. I'm carrying 2 daggers. One is of dwarven make and doesn't have a scabbard, but the other one is just a typical dagger, but does have a scabbard. So she carries the other one or tucks it into her belt pouch. The only other thing that seems obvious is that she has a large belt pouch on her side, and there's some sort of heavy tool set inside of it, but she doesn't. She packs light.
That kitty is disturbing Jasper.
Good description.
that was a weird sound. I was like, what is that? Justin, I'm just trying to give you control of that horse, so just so you know.
Okay.
So you guys haven't clued in yet, but Sister Zhang's the only one here that isn't carrying any weapon that you can tell. She's got very light basic clothing on and a wicker backpack with some that she brought down with some rags and stuff in it, and I believe I had a 10-foot pole. That would be noticeable. But other than that, you don't actually see a weapon.
Amongst our weapons. Yeah.
First level ones, not so much.
Well, we're all there, I think.
True, but
I'm just a naive young guy, just getting all in.
Usually a first level monk will carry a weapon to fight with for the first couple of levels.
So you notice that Taruko and Gru are with you guys, and they assume positions in sort of in their own quiet way and nodding at you guys. And so we waste time with these frivolities. Oh, I forgot to roll for him. Hold on. Okay, he's looking and he goes, strangers, I see. Well, as long as they're good in a fight. Carry on. Seems to give his consent to the party that things can go on. He's sort of trying to assert himself, you feel, Taruko. He's like, by the way, Justin, you should be able to control Sadler now.
Okay.
See if you can grab Sadler and move it.
I would like to buy a bow, but I'm not.
Oh, yeah, I can. All right.
Well versed.
How do I grab him with me mounted him?
Yeah, you could drag over both of them. Now, you mentioned about buying a bow.
Yeah, I realized I have some gold, and I totally also.
There was a
realized I don't
bow
have a bow.
in Taru's treehouse.
Well, I don't want to. I have too much respect for him to steal his stuff.
Yeah.
Or to appropriate his belongings.
And Tam's like, you'll need it, boy. Girl. Take it.
Whatever.
I'll pay for it.
Well, I'll just leave. Is it just a typical longbow?
It looks like a nice one.
Because if I have the gold.
It's actually very nice. It's actually a composite bow.
Okay, then I'll put the 100 gold for
Now,
it.
you're not proficient in composite bow, though, are you?
As far as I'm aware, I'm a fighter, and I am proficient with, I believe, almost all weapons.
I'm pretty specific.
Not in this edition. In this edition, you have proficiencies.
Yeah, you have to actually say, I'm with a broadsword. Boom. And then you can't pick up a short sword
Oh, okay.
and do the same.
You can use
Although sometimes you don't get as many minuses because it's a kindred weapon.
Now, in the player's handbook, there's a chart that tells you how many proficiencies you start with. So as a fighter class, remember you get a weapon specialization in the Unearthed Arcana. You have to spend 2 proficiencies, though, to get a weapon specialization. And that's why you picked your sword, I think, right? And then,
I didn't pick anything. That
Okay.
wasn't where that was the thing.
Oh, okay. You get that when you get first level. Okay. At this point, you're still a squire.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I believe he has 4 proficiencies.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So you get to pick 4 weapons.
well, then I'll take composite longbow as one, and I'll take great sword and longsword and just normal longbow. Or
And
daggers, I guess, because I'm a thief or whatever. Or I should take dagger instead of short bow.
oh, I'm sorry. I got you mixed up with Justin. Yeah, you're first level. Okay. Sorry. Justin, you get a weapon specialized when you hit first level, right?
So
Yeah, but that's kind of dictated by the class.
Yeah, but you're fighter class, so you get a weapon specialized.
No, the subclass of fighter.
Yeah, but Cavalier is considered a fighter class.
It
It
is,
falls in that category. You
but
are, in
like,
fact,
there
you're
are
more
certain.
fighter.
Yeah, there are certain weapons that I'm expected to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you would have one weapon that you would just be like, that's my thing. Like you would hone yourself. Like you're a knight. You're either you train with a sword all day, or you could joust or whatever. It's up to you. You got to pick it at first level.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I need to get there first.
Okay. So we'll get things going. It's all gelling. We're getting a lot of information again. I realize everybody I appreciate your patience because we have like 6 players that we have to now align and get all through the introductions and stuff and role play that, and it's been going quite well, I think. However, Relinora, you saw the eyes. I'm not going to mention it again. You can mull that, and they were bright, piercing red. The irises, right?
Mm-hmm. Is she looking at me when I'm making this observation?
It was just in a moment, like it's a glance.
Okay, then I'm not gonna make my knowledge known to her.
Okay.
I'll just keep it to myself.
Oh, sorry, Troy. I'll set you up so you can move both at the same time.
Yeah.
You can just drag over both, and then
I just spent 110 gold for the arrows and the bow, by the way.
oh, nice. You had some money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys did the adventure. Got a bit of cash.
What did we get for the coin out of that one? Can't remember.
I think we got. Well, I had 355, so I'm assuming we all got that each. Because I usually split the gold.
Thank you.
And time has been ticking, and I guess you guys were ready to head off.
Right.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Justin's out front with his horse. Sister Zhang is kind of beside him, scouting, and it's you're told that it's probably about a 3-hour brisk march into the marshes to the east, in between the gnarly forest and Hommlet. The hills that the Hommlet are in go down in these sunken area where in rumor there was a large battle in the area and stuff, and it even wreaked havoc on the local land. So it could get a little boggy and marshy, you've been told. And I'm going to transport our characters soon. So you guys head out of Hommlet. As you exit, you see the fortifications being built on the right. They're pretty impressive. They're putting a lot of money into Hommlet for some reason. Like there used to be just a large tower on the top of this hill. It's probably 4-story, a military tower. Now they've encompassed the next hill beside it, that one, and a complete circuit of walls, and there's going to be a major keep built. It's just at foundation work right now. It'll probably be maybe 2 or 3 years. It'll be completed, and they've brought in dwarf engineers to speed the process. And there's a lot of labor, and they're already getting going. It's about 6:30 in the morning. You guys have been talking for a bit, and you can see the workers are heading out, starting to get going. You pass through that, and on your left, you see the pasture land and some worked fields with some crops. It is fall or just late summer at the moment, so everything's quite ripe and in bloom. And you just head to the outskirts of town, and on the left, you can smell the cook fires from the gypsy camp and the odd flutter of laughter and sounds drifting on as the early morning starts. You exit Hommlet. You head down the main road east and just travel in this sort of order. And being, I'm assuming, somewhat cautious, but keeping a brisk pace. If anybody wants to do anything in the next 2 hours, that's the point where you kind of hit the bogs and marshy area. Now the roadway, which is not really used much, the path you're following is pretty rudimentary at this point. But it does go east, and it's supposed to go right through the marshlands, and the outpost is pretty close by to this track. So, yeah.
I would probably remove my gypsy attire and put it in my stuff it in my belt pouch, and just have my leather armor revealed. And of course, with that, I probably take off my headdress that I'm probably wearing and have my elven ears kind of sticking out now.
Okay, now, and I'm going to move the characters out of town, and there's going to be a map change in a bit, but not necessarily. It's theater mind at the moment.
And just a quick off question: how much damage does the bow do?
1d6.
Okay. Oh, because it's just arrow damage. Okay.
Oh, I didn't get Justin. What happened there?
I had moved on farther, I guess.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, you can move out of town to the east. And over the 2 hours, there is a bit of, I don't know who wants to talk or bring up conversation, or if let's zip through the turn order quickly. In the next 2 hours, you can just say, I keep to my own, I do whatever I want, or you could say, I inquire about this, or I talk to this person about that. So we'll start with Sister Zhang on this 2-hour trip. What do you want to do?
I'm going to chat a little bit with everybody, not about anything particular. Just trying to get to know each of them better, and just general chat, as well as the two guys from town. I'm going to make an obvious point of just talking to every single person in the party and get to know them better.
Okay, charisma check, please.
That may hit some as strange, but I'm going to try and actually inquire to them all.
Make a charisma check.
Can you move Sadler and Justin up with the rest of the party?
Sure.
And are you expecting actual answers from us?
No,
I
just
roll here just to see if
just
almost like
general-
role playing, huh?
I'm not inquiring as into like any of your history or anything like that. Just general chatter that you would chat on the road with people, just to get to know people. That was, I believe that passed by 5. Yes.
Yeah,
no, that's a critical fail.
Disrupt all these bandits that have been.
Okay, so Sister Zhang, you find yourself completely rebuffed by Taruko and Gru. He seems to think you have nothing. You get an impression that you're maybe an upstart, or just you're embarrassing yourself. He kind of mutters at you, and you're just like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yep.
And the other characters seem a little bit more withdrawn on themselves in some way, and it's hard to just kind of open up. Now, everybody, this female monk seems to be kind of close to the Boudica, doesn't really impress you much. She's trying quite hard to. All right, how's everyone doing? And so anyway, I'll move on. You rolled a 20.
I'd probably tell her that too. I'd be like, maybe you should just relax and take a deep breath and just take some time to yourself.
And sorry, the dice spoke, Dean.
Yeah, I seen that. I was looking at the wrong number when I said what I said. I rolled a 16, which is way over my charisma.
Oh, okay, I thought that was a 20.
All right.
On the roll 20, it says 20.
Yeah.
So you rolled a 16? Okay, it's not as bad as I thought then, because I thought he rolled a 20.
Oh, hold on. No, hold on. I'm way off. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize so many people had rolled recently. I was halfway up the
Gotcha.
up the scroll.
Okay. So Justin, you're on your horse and you feel at home and you're confident. You had a good exercise this morning. You fought a battle and held your own last night. You're kind of like miffed that you didn't get to vanquish a foe or take prisoners or something. But
I've got a pretty good view from up here.
Yeah.
One of the things I'd like to do is motion Thrandrew up, because we've traveled together a bit, and I know that he can read sign.
A
And-
ranger.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
so I was wondering. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, Thrandrew.
Yeah, we could try some.
Does it look
Okay,
like?
check out some tracking? See who's
Brad,
been
just
on
wait,
lately.
please.
Yeah.
Just let him finish. Your turn's coming up right after him.
So I'm gonna ask Justin will ask Thrandrew, how much traffic do you see on this trail we're on, and when was it used last?
Okay, so and is there anything else you want to do in the 2-hour period? So you're going to pull him forward. Sorry, Brad, didn't mean to. He was finishing up. So Thrandu, we can move to you then. You motioned up by your friend. And go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check, just see if there's any unusual tracks, just roughly how much traffic's been coming through here, that kind of thing.
Okay. You can go ahead and make your tracking roll.
Yeah, the short description doesn't seem like it has all of the stuff I put in there.
Player's handbook.
Okay, I just got expanded.
I think.
Sorry, I got everything right here.
Okay, so I'll give you a minute. I'll move to Boudica. So in this 2 hours, now remember you have 2 hours. You can say I'm.
Okay, I got a 90% chance of outdoors. There's a base 90% chance of a ranger being able to follow a creature.
Yeah, but you're finding tracks. You
Yeah.
have like actually following a creature is different than finding tracks. Yeah, you're tracking. That would be your tracking. Okay, I'll just roll to see that you're ranger. So roll your 90%.
I've forgotten a couple things about the first edition.
Yeah, keep your bow handy. You guys there could be danger. There are bandits in this area to the east of Hommlet. It's a bit of a shady area between there and Gnarly Forest. Boudica, you remember that was a danger zone going through that spot to get to the Gnarly Forest on your trips.
Yeah, my guard's up then. My bow's handy, and I'm, looking around cautiously, looking for any sign of ambush.
Right. And you notice there's mosquitoes start to show up and other bugs. And on your left, you start to notice some marshes and cattails and skunk weed and stuff, and gets definitely moist. And you're all looking at each other, and the weapons get kind of partially drawn, and everyone gets a little bit wary. And Taruko is like, it's not far ahead. There should be a fork in the trail that turns left. We take the left trail. It's not far off this path, probably 15, 20 minutes. Everyone be on your guard. We'll be watching the rear for sure. And we'll go to Relinora. Boudica, sorry, your turn. Over this 2 years, I didn't mean to jump there with him, but you're getting close. So over these hours, what have you done?
Like I said, I've largely kept looking around, I'm focused on, this is a dangerous area. I'm focused on avoiding being surprised by.
By the way, you're like a messiah. You got this huge aura around your head, this window. When you talk, it's just like like
Yeah,
okay, okay.
That would be that would be the window, the sun setting where I
Okay,
am.
that's awesome. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, I'm keeping my guards up. I'm keeping an eye out for everything. Making
high
sure.
alert.
Yeah, exactly. High alert.
Okay, and you didn't try to talk with anybody. You just kept to yourself and moved around a little bit. And I'm assuming you could have moved around and checked out things or stopped for a second listening. I mean, it's been a couple hours, so
yeah,
that's high alert to me, right?
Yeah, high alert.
Okay.
I can hear the conversation. I'll occasionally make a response if I'm spoken to, but I'm largely keeping to myself.
Sister Zhang did engage you in conversation over these 2 hours, and she was a bit nervous, and her accent was hard to follow. You had a really hard time understanding her. You kept trying to awkwardly kind of nod and stuff, but her accent was so hard. And your accent is a little twingy, but you grew up locally, so. But you've seen that she was genuinely trying to kind of make talk, so you can react to that.
Yeah. Yeah, she's trying to make small talk, so I'll respond when appropriately. When I understand otherwise, I'm just gonna politely nod. I'm not gonna be rude enough to say, hey, I can't understand you.
Right. And so you really haven't spoken much at all. You said a couple words earlier in the group. So Relinora, and you guys do notice that the fork is up ahead. So you're 15, 20 minutes away from this outpost that are the ruins. And yeah, Relinora, you can do whatever you want or just keep to yourself. We'll get a shield ready. Oh, yeah, Justin, you're getting ready.
Seems a likely thing to do.
Yeah. So, and Relinora, if you want to do something or anything, then we're going to be done with the little encounters or interplay.
Everyone's looking out for danger, obviously. So Relinora is going to take this opportunity to kind of examine I'm assuming everyone is some sort of human. I think everyone's a human.
Not completely.
Well, I mean, there's Boudica, but...
Oh, well... Yeah, I think everyone else is. Yeah, you're right, actually. Justin's human. Thrandra's human. Dean's human.
Sister Zhang is human,
Zhang.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right, actually. I've never had a part of so many humans. Wait a minute.
I'm just taking in their little attitudes and adjustments to whatever they're doing, because I have never encountered, besides halflings, I've never encountered another young race before. So I'm taking in their little attitudes and whatever their little habits that they're doing. Maybe if Justin is has this habit of polishing his bracer or something.
Right. And you do notice he has certain haircut that's very distinct. It goes just kind of a bowl cut above the ears and comes back, very practical. And you after you see the gear he puts on and his big head cover, that
he doesn't have a head cover.
Oh, is he still bareheaded? I thought you were just keeping your shield on the side or whatever.
No, he's got the shield, but he doesn't have a helm or anything.
Ah, okay.
So I'll probably take note of that and probably catch up to him and ask him about it. I noticed that you're choice of hairstyle is very practical.
Now, this beautiful elven character saunters up.
Yes, ma'am, it is. Keep it trimmed like this, and it doesn't get in your eyes when you're doing sword drill or actual combat.
Though, I'm thinking that if you were going to go straight for practicality and efficiency, why wouldn't you just go clean shaven?
Between you and
don't
me,
want anyone grabbing your hair, right?
because I think that looks funny.
It's not regulation.
Yeah. You're in the army now.
Okay, just thought I wouldn't take note of that. Is it common for other people like you to do that?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Then that's all I really have to comment about his hair.
That's all I got.
That's all I got.
That's funny. Okay, there's some awkward talking and interplay. Everybody's, I suppose, a bit nervous. This is our first time we've actually gotten together as a group and as players. So I can sense there's a bit of wrinkles being worked out and stuff. It's cool.
For me, it's not even the danger. It's that she's never met too many other people, so she's socially awkward. She's just trying to figure out how everyone works.
I'm always interested in other people's stories. Yeah.
So Thrandu, you see the fork in the road up ahead, and the fork that leaves has a lot of weeds growing on it, and you can see that it's an old road that's largely been overgrown, perhaps kept active by nature more than man.
Yeah.
The trail you're on does have hoof tracks and footprints. There's traffic on it, quite light though. A lot of people don't use this road because it goes through the bogs. It's not nice. It is a shortcut to the gnarly forest though, and that's how Boudica knows about it. You can save a lot of time if you cut through the bogs.
Okay, is there any sign of tracks at all?
Roll your find tracks, but this time you're minus 50. So you have 40% chance. So you guys see Thrandu dart ahead and he's motions you guys to stop.
So,
and you guys kind of have been going for about 3 hours now. Time for a bite to eat, I guess, anyway.
Yeah,
I'm going to stand up in the stirrups so I can see farther ahead, so I can keep an eye on Thrandu.
Yeah. No good. And yeah, you can see pretty good. There's a bit of a mist out. It's about 9:30 in the morning, and in the marshes here, it's still a bit misty and dark. It's a bit overcast, but you can see pretty far. You don't see any threats. And Thrandu, you rolled. You're kind of curious, Thrandu. You're looking around, and you guys see he's taking a bit longer than usual at the intersection. Anyone can kind of do whatever at any time at this point. This is called free play. If you have something you want to
sign that there's been recent travel, or
yes, you do. And this is a bit intriguing because you're like, somebody has been through this trail that goes off to the north, and they've made an attempt to cover their tracks.
Were they coming to this trail or going from it?
Both.
Okay, I'll relate that to the party and say it looks like there's been, some different. It looks like somebody came through here a couple of times, but they've taken steps to cover their tracks as much as they could. I was just able to kind of make it out.
Yeah. And the monk is like, "What do you see, Ranger?" And you mentioned that. See, I think we've found our prey. Now, remember, everybody, keep your discipline up. They could have archers. I don't think there are any spellcasters. Should be simple. Let's carry on.
An honest traveler doesn't cover his tracks.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So should we take the more traveled road or the gnarly forest through the bogs?
Well, you have to go north. That goes to the outpost. And
Yeah.
Taruko says, that way.
Everybody needs to be on their utmost preparedness
So
now.
weapons are drawn.
Yes.
Yeah, I got my bow
Swords
up,
are drawn.
look around.
Arrows are notched.
Hmm.
Okay, he says it's not far. I think 15, 20 minutes, probably maybe half a league. And he nods, and everybody sets off on this grim enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
You enter a bog area, and you find that the track goes in and out of a sort of marshy part. And the ranger, if you could make another -50 tracking roll.
Yeah, there's.
And it's boggy and mosquito-y, and there's a lot of bugs.
So they might have been using the water to cover their tracks more.
Perhaps. Would you roll?
I got 11.
61. Plus 50.
Sorry, it's my mistake. It's +50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you just made the first one. The second one you failed. So you lost the tracks, but you did find indications of a trail, the ancient roadway came out of the bog for a part, and you found that, and you found it again, and it's okay. Let's follow this. But you don't see any tracks at the moment. You lost them, or they've covered them up well enough. You're not sure.
Yeah.
And
How fresh
about
did the
10
track
minutes
look?
has gone by. 10, maybe 15 minutes has gone by.
Okay. How fresh do the tracks look? From any that I see that are as clear as
Very fresh.
Very okay. So they've been through here pretty recently, yeah. So
In the last
they're aware of us.
last day or two, you estimate,
Yeah. Okay. So
or sooner, or I should say within 2 days, and sooner, because a couple days ago it did rain in this area, and that would have
washed it out a bit.
washed it out, perhaps, and it would have shown you as a ranger that it's at least 2 days ago rain. These are washed out tracks, right?
Okay. Well, we'll keep going in this general direction, kind of follow the track, and I'll just keep an eye out to see if any tracks lead off the direction we're going.
Okay, now you do manage to follow this ancient road, and at one time this road was probably connected to this outpost. You guys are starting to sense it's the actual road to the outpost. Give me 1 minute. A scrub of thorns and thistles and weeds and shrubs grows thickly along the edge of the track which leads to the ruins. And even the track is mostly overgrown and cluttered with fallen branches and trees. Here and there it is washed out. In other places, a mire. Evidently some game still follows the pathway, however, and after a mile or so, faint pathways can be seen. Even considering this, going is slow, and it takes over an hour to reach the place with your group. Longer than you thought. You're footing along. After about 2 miles distance you've covered in the last instance, the land begins to sink and become boggy even more so, and the tracks turn more northerly, and tall marsh plants grow thickly here, and cattails and cataracts. Off to the left can see the jagged silhouette of a moat house.
Okay.
The track continues, but just one more thing.
Go
The
ahead.
track continues past the ruins for many miles, and you know that it might link up and head off to the gnarly forest. And I'm going to share a picture with you guys before we begin. You see that there is what appears to be a destroyed military outpost. It's quite typical. It has an inner courtyard, a tower that overlooks a drawbridge, There was at one point a moat surrounding it. It had been, looks like it had been destroyed and burnt long ago. Thrandrew, you have to make another tracking roll again at plus 50 or plus 40. Did I say 40 or 50?
50 originally said.
Yeah, 50.
Okay.
And everyone else, you're still a little ways away. Picture this: you're a little ways away still, probably about maybe a football field, and the track goes along the southern part where that drawbridge is, and goes up to the drawbridge. It seems to be absolutely dead and quiet.
Seems.
It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. There's adequate light that you can see the whole thing, and you're just like, ah. And Taruko say, so, what is the plan?
Maybe we should find out if there's a secondary way of getting into this ruined keep rather than going right through the front gate, because there's probably a good chance they got some archers there waiting for us. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe we could sneak in another way if it's ruined enough.
Now, as a ranger, you can see it's complete bog around the keep.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
so we pretty much have to make a front
your call, but you can tell it's not passable.
Okay, I just thought.
Well, at least on the left side, it looks like there might be some debris from the walls and the tower that we might be able to.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was looking at. Yeah. But if it's total bog in between, though, and armor, yeah, we're not going to be in good shape.
Even on that side, though, to warn you, where you see that scrub, that black stuff.
Yes.
That's like cattail. That's marsh. That's water.
Okay.
That's not land. That's just, yeah. And
well, I was looking at right next to the wall there, just past the tower. It looks like there are some ruined stonework that's down there.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you can confidently cross that?
Depends whether there's any land in here, like
between here and there, it doesn't look real great though. Looks like a lot of water.
Yeah, straight water. We're pooched. Yeah.
And you see there is water below the tower there as well. The moat is still functioning in a way. In fact, it's been flooded. But you're still a ways away, so you haven't had a real close. And I'm giving a bit too much information in a sense, right? You don't see some parts of this from your angle, but you on horseback, you're looking, and Justin's describing a few things he can make out. He's like, yeah, there's an inner courtyard, there's a ruined roof, there seems to be a breach on the west side at one point, and a part of, you describe the ruin, and then the ranger describes how it's pretty marshy around. So anybody have anything they want to add? We could go through the turn order at this point.
We in the map?
I will bring you here. Actually, it would be. Give me 1 second.
We should get a couple sneaky characters to go up and have a little recon.
Well, I was thinking that if we were going to go across to the debris and climb up onto the wall, I can use the spell Tensor's Floating Disc and have warriors cross on it, and then I could climb across.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because if we could get somebody up high, like an archer or something, then it could cover him. Give us
Tensor's Floating Disc, you'll have to look that up because the weight is quite restrictive.
It's not that
or something about it, no?
It has to stay within 3 feet of you, I think.
Yeah, and it says it holds...
Yeah, you have to be close to it.
Yeah, I have to be close to it, and it holds 1,000 gold pieces of weight per level.
That's 100 pounds.
100 pounds per level.
I thought that was more. Didn't see the GP there.
It's not bad, though.
Later on, it gets better, but yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to get closer? Move up. Now, the only place to move up and look closer is to follow the track, or the southern side. It seems to have somewhat stable ground, like the whole southern area. But after that, it drops off into bog, and the bog surrounds the keep.
Yeah, I'm thinking that bog's not someplace we want to go walking out in. People can take a step into the water and just disappear in bogs.
Yeah. Is there a strip of land along the bottom of the wall?
Well, you'll have to get closer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a couple of us should peek up there.
All right. Are we going in turn order or what? Or not?
I was just gonna say, Justin, you realize that your horse now
Is a detriment, right?
is becoming, not practical.
Right.
Soon, I'm gonna move you guys up. I'm gonna bring you in the map. All right, and you guys you're all gone closer.
Okay, yeah, let's wrap there.
All right, we'll just assume that as a group you moved up, and to get just a closer look, you had to get within you had to go up beside the keep along the trail. Okay.
All right. What I want to do is, before we actually go down to the keep, is there like a stand of trees or something just off the trail that appears to be solid where I could have Sadler wait for us?
Oh, okay. Of course, always alert for that situation. If you could make I'd either give you a wisdom or dexterity, your choice. Check.
Let's do Dex then.
Roger.
Missed it by 2.
Yeah, it's a pretty boggy area. You could tie your horse up somewhere, but it's going to be out here and should be okay.
Well, except I wouldn't need to tie him up if he's trained.
Not particularly, no. If he's trained properly, well, even the best trained horse, it helps sometimes to have their bridle wrapped around a branch.
What I'm going to do is try to find a place that is solid. I don't want him to be standing for a while, with wet feet.
Right.
I want to try to find a place that's pretty solid. I may just loop the reins around a branch so he could pull away if he had to run.
Right on.
And just tell him, wait and defend.
Yes. Okay. And it's not the best place, and you hate leaving him here, and you feel bad. But yeah, you'll be okay, and just you do what you do, and you come back to the party.
Right. I think it's ultimately better than trying to ride him down through that.
Yeah, but that roll meant that you didn't find it. You were looking for a nice spot, and you didn't really find one. If you follow,
Gotcha.
So yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. You come back to the group, and you guys move forward, and you go up beside the keep along the trail.
Yeah, so we want to kind of sneak up because they've probably got guards out.
Well, there's enough trees and scrubs around, like not pretty and whatnot, coming through the scrub that you have to get pretty close. And you'll notice up ahead, there's a large tree across the track. Hold on, I got to turn you guys. And I got to get rid of Sadler is back a ways. All right, so you guys may want to zoom in. And just make sure we're all here. I'm just moving a few characters around in order you would be. All right, so everybody.
We're back at the inn.
Oh, I have to bring you guys here. Hold on.
Yeah, I was just thinking, yeah. I don't think we're here.
All right, things should look radically different.
Yep.
Ooh, it went all black.
Yeah, I may have.
That's pretty different.
Well, the problem is you guys don't have light source, but it's day out. So for now, I'm going to give you vision, of course. Just give me a second. When we go to the dungeon, though, this is what you're going to see until you pull out a torch.
Well, I have infrared, don't I?
Yes, and I've given you night vision, right? You should be able to see.
Yeah, I see pretty far.
Okay.
Well, I see.
Wow, that's a big tree.
Yeah.
Anyone else not see anything, by the way?
No, I see. I have range.
Yeah? Okay. So you guys see that a large tree has uprooted itself and fallen across the path, and you're all being very cautious. Up ahead, can any of you see the actual fortress?
No,
Not at this point.
Okay, I'm going to give you a bit more vision. Hold on. Bear with me.
I can barely see the roots of the tree.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly give everybody a bit better vision.
I saw the drawbridge, I thought, but
Okay, now I can see a bit.
Yeah, sorry, I just have to adjust that, and sometimes I have to do this once in a while.
Well, we could use this big tree to hide behind and just kind of observe for a little while, see if we see any movement or any guards or anything.
Mm-hmm. I think we'd be better off to slowly creep up, not try and make any noise, but get inside without hanging around too long. The longer we're out here, the more the chance they have of spotting us. Especially being early morning, they might be kind of lackadaisical.
Just a quick heads up. Everybody should be able to see the fringes of the tower, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Nope.
The edges
Oh,
of
wait
it.
a minute. Let me move this over a bit.
Oh, yeah. Where are you, Justin? Oh, right. Is that okay? Everybody should be able to see part of the fortifications.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, it
Yep.
looks good to me. About right.
Who said no?
I did.
Troy.
Rillanos?
Yeah, I
Eleanor?
can see it.
Of course you can't. You're at 60 feet.
Yes. A swath of stonework,
Yes.
but in
And-
black, and that's all.
Nope. That's dynamic lighting. So
All right. I'm coming back. It's coming back now. All right.
all right. So sorry, guys. I have to adjust this first time doing all this and line it up with the scale of the map. All right. So you guys see this tree blocking the path. There's fortifications up ahead. This is the place. And we're going to go to turn order, and everyone's going to describe what they're going to do. Let me pull it out.
Yeah.
We're going to start with, I'm going to put Thrandu in front of Sister Zhang.
Mhm.
Sister Zhang, are you still up front?
I can be, yes.
Okay. So Thrandu, you're in the lead. You can act first. And you guys should huddle for a second. And on that, I have to take a short break, guys. A couple things I have to take care of. And it's been interesting so far, just getting everything organized and going. And we are on our way. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. You guys can come up with a plan.
Okay.
There.
Justin is probably going to be wanting to be up near the front, just
Mhm.
because of how he's been trained and stuff. So,
Okay.
I
I think
either go.
I was going to say the three of us should probably be up near the front. Relinora is the only one we have for spell support, so I think she needs to be protected if possible.
Yeah, I didn't realize what she did. So,
Well, I'm a bowman. Would it make sense for her to be with me? Since a lot of spells are ranged attacks anyway.
Yeah, we
That-
can put some bows up here because I'm taking a look at this tower here, and I'm nervous that there's archers waiting up there for us.
Yeah. As far as proceeding forward, I see a break in the tree that it looks like we might be able to walk through without having to step over the cracking branches of the tree from.
Well, and I have a feeling that they're probably using that felled tree as an alarm for people because this is a pretty quiet area, and someone stepping on a dead tree would definitely create a sound.
Maybe
the forest to get to go.
maybe Thanadru could have a look at the path through the broken area there, see if that would be the.
There's actually 2 broken areas. There's also a smaller one to the right.
Yeah, maybe we should take the one. That's probably the one less traveled. That might be the better one to go through. But there is more branches around it too, though. So I guess it would just depend on what it's like, I guess.
Well, okay, yeah, that has to be land. Why don't we go
I
around
see.
here?
Yeah, I was just thinking that too, actually.
Because
Yeah, we could go over and around the big root lump there. Use it kind of as a shield, and then just
and
sneak
we'll
it up
also be able to see what's in
the
here,
tower.
and we'll still be able to come around and go over.
Because that's probably the main spot they're watching is where that break would be. But if
That
we
would
come in
make
the other
sense.
way, it might be better. Yeah, they may not be looking directly at it.
Actually, it looks like both of the breaks are on the edges of the road, because I think that brown and green stuff is the actual path, which
Right.
would make sense because that's the solid part, and both the top and the bottom broke off in the lower hanging sections. If I read that picture right.
Well, and if that's a standard path that they travel all the time, they're going to want a way so they don't have to be clambering over the big tree all the time.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that one on the left is the one that they would use if they were coming through here. So that might be the way to check, but we could have you make a check on each side to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I think we need to check those openings in the down tree. That's just a little bit too inviting, if you understand what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
so I'm thinking it might be better to go over this way. Around
Around the root ball.
And there's got
Yeah.
these trees here too, or kind of might be good for cover until we can reach in close. Until we can get in closer, maybe a couple of us kind of sniper types might be able to take out a bowman. It's a pretty tough shot though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, mage might have a spell or something. But yeah,
Yeah,
My sniper distance kind of goes away about 3 feet past the end of my hand. So
Well, if we're each square is supposed to be 5 feet, right?
I think so.
No.
No. Okay.
Hold on.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, each one's 10 feet.
Okay.
Or small square. Hold on. Small square. Oh, right. Yeah, it is. It's 10 feet.
Yeah.
If you were bold, my other spell is spider climb, and you could run along the side here and then maybe jump and land on the wall and then climb up.
Yeah, if you got spider climb, it'd be great. Yeah.
And it's still a 10-foot jump.
If you could take this person out here, then the rest of us should be able to get in at least into the courtyard before anybody notices it.
Yeah. How big are you? Maybe I could throw you there.
I think the idea of going around the root ball sounds like the better one,
Yeah.
because it's not the typical approach somebody would look at.
Those spiky looking plants up above there, are they solid, or can we tell?
Like solid, like
In solid earth.
Like good for cover.
No.
Yeah, they could provide cover visually and physically, but they are in the edge, like they're growing out of the moat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
There's enough room there to go around the root and come back up the far edge of the tree to get back on the path.
Yeah.
Appears to be.
I don't want to come around this way. Yeah.
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 All right. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be a better way to try.
Okay, so go left around the tree. The tree's pretty big. Like it's probably the trunk is huge. Well,
I
massive.
see that.
Yeah.
45 inches or something, right? 50 inches at least. Or no, yeah, it's like 4 feet.
Yeah.
And I'll just say those are my 2 prepared spells for today. So I have other spells, but I can't use them.
Yeah. 4 feet across that trunk. Yeah.
And Taruko and Gru. Taruko's just gives his nod. Okay, sounds like a plan. Who goes first?
Yeah.
Why does this monk have an Irish accent?
The monk of the Irish.
my Chinese is horrible.
Okay.
Well, and it's better not. It's better since as a white person to not try to imitate a Chinese accent because it gets into derogatory pretty quick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Quick? You mean instant?
Yes, by quick I mean instant.
All right, let's go. Let's roll then. You guys got a plan. You're going left flank.
Yep.
You're going around the root wad. And then just so you're being sneaky, right?
Yeah. Maximum stealth factor. So am I just gonna go up around here and scout or anything?
Okay, freeze. Freeze
Oh.
big time.
Okay.
So Thrandu, you got to go back about 20 feet, just around the front of the root wad, if you would be. Hard freeze. Oh, I got just one thing. We have to make a surprise roll now.
Okay.
And what that means is one of you in the party has to. Now, I'm going to allow everybody to move 20 feet right now.
Oh,
All right.
Rise thing as a ranger.
So you can move 2 squares. And you can do so before we make this roll. Now, you see Thrandu went off, and you guys were going to follow him. So you can follow him as the plan. And I didn't mean to send alarm bells, obviously. But if you don't have a plan, you'll be moving up with him, not leaving him alone.
Yep. So Sister Zhang will move in between these trees to about that point.
Yep.
Or those brushes or shrubs or whatever they are.
Now, you are a ranger, right, Thrandu?
Yeah, so we have a thing about surprise too. Yeah.
You're surprised on a 1 to 3?
Yeah, it says we're surprised only 16 and a third % of the time.
Yeah,
So it's a 1
both
on
are 1 or
die
2.
6.
So if you roll a 1 or 2, you might
it's a
be
1.
surprised.
For
It's
him.
only a 1.
Oh,
For
okay,
him.
a 1 for him. Gotcha.
Okay, so do I roll that or do you roll that?
You guys roll that. And actually, Thrandu, you would roll that.
Okay, I'll do it. Die 16.
Okay, and I just have to make a roll. Now, it says,
Just a D20?
wow, interesting. Thrandu, you come around the corner, and you see, just give me 1 second. Do you see what I see?
Oh, a giant froggy.
Well, you see that, and and you realize you've sort of come upon it, and you both see each other, and you think it sees you, and it kind of pivots, and its sides go in and out.
Aggressively, I'll just kind of like back off a little bit and be like, okay.
And it gives out a large croak, and everyone hears this crack go croak, croak.
Uh-oh.
We have a little bit of company over here. Does anybody have charm animal or anything like that?
No.
Yeah, I guess we're pretty low yet.
So you guys now, these things actually surprise you on a. If you
I've
would've
lost
rolled-
everybody else for some reason.
Dang.
Justin, you're over there. Oh,
He's hugging the tree.
Well, I was slipping in between the tree and that bush.
Mhm.
From where I was before.
Okay.
There we go.
I can move you. Where do you want to be? Do you know how to ping things? Does
Huh?
everybody know how to ping anything?
Yeah, I do. You just
Hang
hold
Put down on the
left
spot. Yeah.
What,
You hold your left mouse button down on a spot, and
no,
you'll-
that's where I wound up after my 20-foot move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're up against the tree bough, and it's big beside you. It's like kind of leaned over. You can just look over it, over the edge. And when this croak went out, everybody, you suddenly seen there's an eruption of sound.
Uh-oh.
Now, you guys made a great roll because they would have. It says here they surprised you on a 1 to 4, and you rolled a 5. Now, your ranger bonus, I was going to say, gave you 4, so I was going to say they got you on a 1 to 3. But I rolled a 1, which means that you actually surprised them. So,
All right.
Randrew. Now, the way this works is there's a 4-point difference between the 1 and the 5, right? So that means you guys get 4 segments to act. So you can cast a spell that takes 4 or less segments to cast. You can make some movement, and you can unleash an attack in that time. And then after that, we roll for initiative, and we start a normal round.
Okay.
Now, and there's a couple more rolls I need before I start, however. So, Thrandrew, I need a roll from you, and this one is your, this would be your, let's say a dexterity check.
Okay. 17, dexterity 16. It just didn't quite make.
Okay, you do not see much beyond that one giant amphibian thing. Who else? Justin, you get a roll. You actually moved yourself to a spot that's interesting.
Okay.
You're peeking over the log, kind of looking, and this croak went out, and you're like, "What the?"
Right. And that's I'm rolling under what?
A dexterity check, dexterity or less.
Made it by 6.
Okay, do you see this?
From where I am, I probably can't see it. I probably just heard it.
Yeah, but you see a surge of water, subtle, but you wouldn't have seen it unless you made that check.
Okay. Is that another one or two?
Yeah, and this one's big. This thing comes, it quickly comes out of the water, and its head's pivoting around, and it might see you. I'm going to make a roll here.
Okay.
It does not see you because it makes a dexterity check, right?
Okay.
And you sense that this thing lands down, and there's this other one comes out of the foliage. It was kind of sitting, lurking in those trees, and it comes out onto the dry land and turns toward the root wad, and both of them turn to that direction because they heard that sound. You think you heard this big croak go out. The other characters, actually, I have to roll for. Give me 1 second. And being somewhat druidic trained, Boudica, I'm going to give you a +5 wisdom check.
Okay. I'll roll that real quick.
You add 5 to your roll, so it's a hard check, not super hard. Nice roll.
That was a very good roll.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised.
You actually were small enough that you were crouching down low, and you can see under the tree trunk. There's probably 1.5 foot, 2 foot gap, and you can see these large silhouettes surge out of the swamp water and are tensed up. And these are large creatures. You recognize them as giant toads or frogs or something. And you've seen enough of them in the grove, and you know how aggressive some of them can be when they're hungry, especially.
Yeah.
Relinora, you're too far back, and you're kind of covering the middle area, and you don't actually physically see anything, but you recognize something's up. And make a roll to see if you hear noises, though. I'll give you like a +5 noise dex check, or if you want to do anything else.
Well, apparently that command doesn't work. I rolled a 10, so 15. My dex is 16.
So you heard sounds coming from the moat. They're kind of sloshing, thumping sound, real faint, quite subtle, stealthy. And you, of course, see Sister Zhang and Boudica is sort of hidden. Actually, Boudica, if you're in that tree, And with your cloak on, you would almost be disappearing.
Okay.
Just be aware of that. So,
Oh, yeah.
Did I miss anybody? Sister Zhang, you don't see anything right now.
I have no line of sight on anything. Yep.
Yeah, but Thrandrew tenses up right away, and you said something, right?
I'm gonna back off. I'm just gonna kind of back away for now.
Okay, roll initiative now. You can't. Nobody move yet, because what we're gonna do now, everybody has to tell me. Or no, you have to think now what you're gonna do. We're gonna roll initiative. So 6-sided die, and this one's straight up 6-sided.
Okay.
Everybody
if one
roll.
side rolls a 1, another side rolls a 6, you get a bonus surprise round.
I got 4.
4, and I got a 4. So that means we tied, which means there's simultaneous action happening. All actions are resolved, no matter if you die or not. Okay? So if you take down an opponent, he still gets his action. So we'll let the party go first, though, what they want to do. And we'll start with, and we'll play that order.
Yeah, I can't see the turn order.
You should be able to.
Yeah, no.
The space is up, but nothing's on it.
There's something still up.
Yeah,
there
there's
it
nothing
starts
on
now.
it.
Oh, okay.
It's starting.
You already done it. Yeah.
All right. So should this change its order? Is there anything? And by the way, a couple logistical things on your character. If you want to have a reminder about a spell or something, if you highlight your character underneath, you can select the circle button, and it'll give you a whole bunch of graphic organizers.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so I
Yeah.
use some that are general. There's one with the heart, and that's being healed. It's a half heart, half black. It means, and there's certain ones like a slug means you're slowed, and so on. Web is the net, and you can put a number on them too.
How many rounds they're in play, or how many rounds before they expire, that kind of thing?
You do that by hovering over while it's selected and hit a number.
Summer sheet.
So you can play with that for a minute. It's very handy. I use it a lot. It's a great system. Okay, I'll get rid of that.
Oh, there they are. Okay, I found them.
Oh, you're not dead. Hold on. Were you X'd out for a second there? That's what happens when you're dead.
Gotcha. Good to know.
Now, I've set up a situation. Justin, you see what you saw, and you're just like, oh, and they haven't seen you. You're behind that tree with your big sword out. And Thrandrew, you realize this frog is tensing, like it might jump or something. You're not sure. And you guys won initiative, right? You guys rolled what for initiative? Oh no, we tied. You guys going first.
We tied,
Right.
yeah.
Thrandu, you are first. Go. Is he AFK? He's muted.
Oh, muted.
Okay, I'm gonna put him last.
Oh, I am? Oh, sorry. No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
Sorry, my
AFK.
mom came into the room. I had a doctor a sec.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I just kind of like hunker down and look at it and got my bow ready. And I'm looking at it just to see if it's being aggressive, like coming towards me, or if it's just sort of just kind of sitting there.
It's launching.
Oh, okay.
It's aggressive.
Okay, well, I'll take 2 shots then. Yeah.
Okay, now the way it works with 2 shots, you get one at the if you have initiative and whatever you're quickest, you get it at the beginning, and then your second shot comes at the end. It's last. So you get 1 shot now, but don't forget you get another one coming. So go ahead.
The tricky part is remembering when it at the end.
Okay, this creature just sees you and just is salivating and ravenous and just instantly launching at you, and you just bring your bow up. Fire. Okay, hold on. Let me have a quick look. That is now. Give me damage. If you hit, I just want to double check. I have to get my chart ready. You're a ranger, right?
Yeah.
And you rolled a 15. Yes, you hit it.
Yeah, it doesn't have the best armor class. Okay, so 3 hits.
lost my spot. 1 second.
Yeah, all I can see on the turn order is just a frog.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they go as one.
Yeah, but I don't see anybody else on it.
Yeah, none of the rest of us are up there,
Oh, okay.
Oh, you should be.
but we're not.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was just mine.
All right, I'll do this again. Might have been leftover. Okay, I think I know why. Actually, give me a second. You should appear now. I was using the turn order from the last map. Let me know if you're appearing.
Yeah.
Yes,
There we go.
or not quite
Yeah.
yet.
You don't get the
Okay.
There I am.
And yeah, I believe that's me. I'll check. Yeah, I don't see my name, but I see what looks like my icon, so I think we're good.
Oh, no, you're not there yet. Hold on.
Oh, no worries.
Okay. I think I have everybody covered. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I was looking at it. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And then, oh, yeah, I imported it from the other map. Other tokens. Forget it.
pros.
So here we are. Thrandu, you're going. Justin actually was after you. Hold on. And then it was Zhang next, right?
Yep.
And everything else is correct?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Yeah, and not necessarily physical at this point, but just for, yeah, let's go with it. Thrandu, you shoot your bow, you do 3 points damage.
Yeah.
The bow hits this frog in its side, but it seems to ignore it. You see it go, and it hits it right in its torso. And Icor comes out and stuff, but the thing just still attacks, but you know you hurt it severely. It's just still coming. Justin.
All right. The ones on the other side of the log didn't see me, right?
Correct.
Oh boy. I think I'm going to hold initiative until I have a target of opportunity.
All right, then. These, okay. You see these frogs are tensing. They're going to jump. Just so you know.
All right.
Now it was Zhang.
Mm-hmm.
You know something's up. You know everybody's all of a sudden down, and Thrandu just shot an arrow.
Yep. And to be able to do anything, I've got to move. So, how does the range of movement work on here? This is 10 feet to the square.
Yeah,
10 feet.
right now you can move like technically a movement. You as a monk, you can go like 15 of these squares as a full action. If you want.
I'm only looking like 2.5.
Yeah, so you could do that, and that would be less than 30% of your actions, your segments. So you could still attack, moving that space if you wanted. Just to let you know. You could move up to probably 3 squares out here and still attack.
But I've got the double attack with the martial arts, so I'd get 1 now and 1 at the end of the round. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if that toad moves, I want to be where he lands to be able to.
You don't see the toad.
Oh, right.
You just see Thrandu shoot an arrow.
And
you hear this.
The 10. Well, I definitely want to move up to support him. So
move up.
Up in beside here beside the route.
Oh, by the way, does anybody want to share their Google or their Roll20 on Google Hangouts? It's great for viewers and stuff. You just it's easy to do. That's how I can do it. I can kind of bloop.
Oh, how do you make that happen?
On Google Hangouts, if you pan over it, on the left there'll be a taskbar open up, and it'll have a screen share option. You hit that and you double click whichever. Now be careful; it shows your entire screen. So just make sure you're zoomed in. You don't want to show any personal information. Okay.
Don't look at my porn.
Just okay. So you've been warned because I streamed this. But it's cool for viewers. I forgot to do that. I was going to ask. So if you don't have a video camera, then just do this and show what, and then keep it private though. Just be aware it's open.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know for if we just do anything else. Can I do the move and then
for me?
Sorry.
Sister Zhang's move.
Yeah. So I move up to there. Now I can't split after this to wait for anything to come in to attack. So I've got to move up to about
No, but
there.
I'm going to give you a wisdom check. Just hold on. Come back.
Okay.
10 feet.
Back beside him there.
Yeah.
Roll the d20. I think I've got a 16. I don't think that passes.
Okay, you come around the corner and you just see, holy shit, this giant
Monster toad.
frog toad is launching through the air, and you can tell his arrow scored it, and it's wounded harshly, but it's just, and its tongue lolling out the side now, but
Yeah.
it's going to corral into you guys.
Basically, I want to be where it lands.
Well, that's in front of Thrandu.
Which is right about where I'm at.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't get an attack. Well, I won't.
Damn
I
it.
can't.
Now you have the opportunity to launch yourself in
Moving
an
on me
attack.
when I
Oh yeah.
yeah, the map keeps moving and I'm not moving it.
I don't. We've been here for a while. Is it? You might have to click a button or hit F5, reset roll 20. Sometimes it's a bit buggy, and it'll stick on your pointer when you're moving around. Because if you actually hold down the left button, you can actually move the map around. And use your mouse. You hold the left or the right mouse button, and you hold it down.
In the past, but I wasn't doing it then, and it keeps taking me almost off the map every time.
There's something buggy going on. It's drawing you. Anyone else having a problem?
I know.
No.
I don't know anything.
No,
we
I got no problem.
Try F5 then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
refresh. Yeah.
So you were saying I can do a jump and intercept? Or something like that?
That's what I mean. I gave you the description. It's going to be risky. You'll get one move, and if you mess up, well, we'll see. Go ahead. You just but if you want, you could react and go.
Okay, I'll take the attack. So what do I roll to do this then, or is it just the attack?
Your attack.
Okay.
You have some sort of flying kick move or something, or
just the base move of the style.
I got covered with my bow too. I get another shot at the end of the round.
Yep.
So
How do we do? 11. I think that's only going to do like 7. 8. Armor class 8.
Armor class 7.
Just skim off the slime of his skin. Yeah. Good thing I have sandals on.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you're close enough now
goalie.
that you see Mama.
Oh boy. Yikes.
Relinora, you know something's up. The monk takes off, arrow flies.
All right. I am
Go on.
going to move down this way.
I think your
Nah.
movement is 12, right? You can move 12 squares. And be aware, you can't go diagonally into squares. You have to count out the number of squares it takes to move over. You can't remember that as well, because that adds up.
Well, if we're doing
I didn't realize that when I moved where I am.
Also, this is rough terrain you're in right now. Your movement's halved, so you can move 6 squares.
okay. Well, I wish I had known that.
Yeah, here I'm. Okay, and I forgot to mention that. And when you're off the track, you're into the. You guys are now into the bush.
4. Well, I can still kind of end up in the same place with 6 movement with 6 squares.
The ranger is the only one whose movement rate is not as affected.
So I want to move here.
You
Do I
get there,
see-
but it'll take up 2, 3, for almost about
3.
6 year segments. You can't do much now. Just to warn you.
Well, the only thing else I wanted to do was to attack the or
Nope, you can't.
Use the bow.
okay. Then I will just stand back here and I will notch my arrow.
Make a wisdom check for me.
10 minus 12.
Okay, you see another smaller one that was creeping up on them too.
Oh,
I will
Getting ready to pounce. It's gonna jump.
I will point. I'll just kind of shout it out to everyone else. Oh, maybe not shout, but at least say it out loud. Like there's another one to the west.
There's another one to the west. Where's west? No, I'm kidding. But Zhang and Thrandu, you hear that now? Zhang, you're in combat and you're in there striking and you whiffed, and this slibbery thing is just his mouth is gonna latch at you. But for a moment, we're gonna go to Boudica.
Okay, and you said I am squatted under a tree right now.
Yeah, in a big bush, and you can tell you're fairly well hidden.
Yeah. Am I able to climb up? You said it's a bush, not a tree.
Yeah, bush.
Okay, so in that case, I'm going to darn it, not the way I wanted to do things. So I'm going to head over near Thrandu, and I'm gonna fire at this toad right here.
Okay, you only have to go 2 squares, so that's 20 feet, and your movement is 12, I think. Your class is what's your class again?
Ranger.
You might have a higher speed. You'll have to tell me. They might have a 15. In that case, but in either case, you still have enough action. You have to have at least 60% of your segments left, right? You have to have at least 6 segments, and you do. So you can shoot, but only one shot.
That's fine. If you do things right, it only takes 1 shot to hit. So
Nice. And you're talking about shooting this one?
yes.
You have to make a wisdom check to see if you see it.
Okay, I can do that.
Oh wait, you heard Relenora yell out, so I'm going to give you a -5 wisdom check
Okay.
because it's hidden kind of in the shrubs. It's bush here, eh, guys? This root wad has opened a big area. That's pretty. So
And
you make
double
it.
check my wisdom. Yeah, I may. Oh yeah, I do make it for sure.
So he points it over there, and you run up and you see it, and you're like, and you guys are doing like a tactical combat team here. Go ahead, let loose.
Okay. So I'm going to. Let's see if I hit.
I'm still not able to get anything on Roll20 right now. They're establishing the server uplink.
Wow. Okay. You hit F5, and it wouldn't. That's what happened. Okay. Could you play Theater of Mind while we try to troubleshoot this? I'm thinking you are running it in Chrome or Firefox, right? That's because it won't run on the Windows browser.
it seems to run best on Chrome.
Did we lose him?
No, I'm here.
Do you have an action or anything for now? I can put you to at the end of the order while we try to sort this out.
Well, what I was doing is holding the 2 on the other side of the tree from me, and I was going to see if they were going to come over so that I could get an attack, or if one of the ones that Thrandu was dealing with would follow him around the edge of the root ball. So I'm kind of waiting for, like I said, a target of opportunity.
Okay. So
right now, I don't have anything I can hit.
Plus, you can't see what's going on over here, technically. So you can't see what's going on the other side of the root wad. You can see only the two that emerged out of the water and crept up and were ready to jump.
Well, but, Andrew, in a position where...
Okay, so you're breaking up.
Was not Thrandu in a position where I could see him?
Negative.
Okay, I misunderstood then.
Okay. All good? So you're ready in action. You're just going to stay behind the tree?
Well, what I'm probably going to do is try to stay a little bit low and move down towards them.
And your audio is breaking up pretty bad.
Hello?
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 Is that better?
Yeah, sort
Hello?
of. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems a bit better.
What I'm thinking of kind of staying kind of below the top of the tree trunk there and moving down towards the root ball. Since that seems
Okay, so you're moving down the root wad towards the root wad. Okay, so turn's gone.
okay.
So there are two.
All right.
Yeah, the NPC.
And now it's the NPCs. So Taruko and Gru, they were pretty far back and bringing up the rear sort of thing. So you can see that they're moving up into the bushes cautiously and just being... no, actually, they're being cautious back here and staying back and looking around. At the moment. And they're moving up cautiously towards Justin, actually, on that side, toward the main track.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. 'Cause, yeah, then we can get a better front going.
Yeah. So anyone else not moved? Everyone's moved, right?
Yeah. Well, anybody with the bow gets a second shot.
Yeah, at the end.
Yeah.
So this frog jumps over the log
Whoa.
and lands right beside Boudica.
Big
Now,
block.
Boudica, you're lucky you have your cloak on. I'm going to give you your hide option.
And I'm going to take it.
And so your cloak itself is sort of there because he lands right beside you. Ribbit. This thing, and you were hiding the whole time, so it didn't really see you, but this thing jumped over and landed right here. So what is your ranger? Elven cloak gives you bonuses for in the forest, right?
Yes.
So what's your hide in forest action again?
God, I cannot remember. Let me look that up. Let me see if I even have it. I don't think I typed it up.
Okay, this other frog jumps on the edge of the root wad and is looking down, and that's its action. That's known to attack at the moment. This one attacks Sister Zhang with its gaping maw.
Ouch.
Okay, what is your AC?
5 at the moment. That's probably going to be enough.
It is. And that sucker does... Oh, it's one of the smaller ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it does 1d3 damage. Take a quick look here. Yeah, so You take 1 point damage. As this thing's wounded, there's an arrow sticking out of it, but it slashes at you, and its teeth sort of rake your arm. But only just slightly. You scratch. Ugh.
Oosh.
This, however, Big Mama here opens her mouth, and this big pink blob comes shooting at you. Now, being a monk, I'm going to give you a saving throw.
Okay.
Versus Petrification Polymorph to see if you can dodge that attack completely.
Petrification polymorph. Oh yeah. Passed that by 6.
Okay, this big blob of tongue just shoots out and was meant to grab you. And it's reloading or something. Okay, this frog comes jumping across Zhang and attacks you. Just bounds right at you and goes to bite you. It's a smaller one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's going to be close. You said 5?
Armor class 5, yes.
Okay, let me have a quick look. Is this 1 die? Dice. Okay, it needs a 14 to get you. So it does miss you, but it's right beside you. There's one up on the root wad. There's one that's landed. It hasn't seen Boudica. Did you find any stat for hiding? I'm trying to think.
I'm looking.
I know it's under the ranger class. They have a chance to hide in forest and stuff.
Yeah, I'm familiar with.
I forget. Brad, you're ranger.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything like that in first edition.
Looks like the only thing. This is really weird. I'm looking for the book that should have the information, but I'm not seeing it. I'm gonna look in the index, see if I have a better chance.
Yeah, and I'll brew this one too, because that cloak is quite special. That's quite an item.
Yeah,
and
Elven
Drew
cloak.
made it for you because it covered you up.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, bear with us. Let's have a look. Because I thought they could. Well, actually, being at first.
Weapon combat, no.
You still are going to have to pick your foe, by the way, to Rangers. And I often say you don't have to pick it at first level. Okay, that's okay. Let's just roll your dexterity save. I'm gonna just roll your dexterity or less.
Okay, we can do that. Shit. No, we cannot.
Okay, this frog just goes to bite you. He lands right behind you. Just happens to and you just and you spin around. Just you didn't expect it, and it attacks you.
Makes sense.
But you managed to backpedal enough, fend it off, and it snap, snap, snap. These big teeth lunging forward. And we're back at the top of the turn order. It's the new round. We roll initiative.
End of round for the extra shots.
Bow shot.
Okay, you're not a melee or attacked. Okay, yeah, you can shoot.
Okay,
And does the monk get a second attack too?
That one there.
No, I moved and attacked.
Okay.
So I lost the 1.
Any luck with roll 20 there, Troy?
Oh, I got 15.
Oh no, I've got some of it up. I've got the tokens, the things up. I can do the dice roller, but I don't have any maps or anything.
Okay, we'll just play theater of mind, and hopefully this kind of comes back.
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, keep playing. Yeah, for sure. We got you. Thrandu, you fire at which one?
At that one.
Oh,
I
this one also jumped up on the root wad above you guys. Look out! And this one's a bit of a medium one.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
He jumps on top of Sister Jang.
Right.
Yeah, so I got a 15. So that should
Yeah,
be
damage. Need damage.
4. Bam.
Your arrow sinks into its side above its flank, but the creature just kind of, and you can see all their bones through their ribs and stuff. They're all emaciated and hungry and ravenous. These creatures, they're just eat.
Why are so aggressive? Yeah.
Anything left? We're going to hit the initiative roll. So 6-sided die. Oh,
Okay.
I got a 1. No.
Who's gonna roll?
If you got a 6 there, you guys get a full surprise round, by the way.
Oh.
But you guys won initiative, so we start with spells or missiles. First missile. Any spells?
Not for me. I don't have any offensive spells right now, and I'm
Any
not
miss?
in range.
Okay.
Thendra?
Yeah, so I got my bow, so I'm gonna take another shot.
I also have a bow.
Same target?
Might choose different.
Now, I was going to say, if you decide to specialize with a bow, if you shoot at the same target, the same round, you get +1. Or next round, like round after round, and you don't change. So you're just shooting at the same target. If your weapon specialized with a bow, you get +1.
Okay, so I already have +1, so I have +2 then.
No, but that's only if you're shooting at the same target. It's not.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
And round after round, you can't change target. Same target, you get +1. But are you specializing with a bow?
That's something I haven't decided yet. So
You got to decide soon.
For then, yeah.
So for now, you can't do that. Then you're just shooting.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. And that's for you or anybody who wants to specialize with a bow.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so almost a
Nice.
nat. Yeah, and you nail it. Damage was not as good as you thought as you hit one of its bones, and the arrow didn't go deep. It didn't hit an organ or anything, and it did damage, but the thing is still active. So you notch another arrow, and you see the thing's going to jump at you, by the way. It's looking at you, and it's going to jump.
Can I do 2 shots now, or do I have to wait until the end of the round?
No, it gets to jump, and I'll give you a shot as it jumps at you.
Okay.
So we could, but I have to let everyone roll now first because someone else might do something against it. So just remember that. Sister Zhang, you are now, there's 3 toads.
Yeah,
Very close.
That spot.
Two of them snapping and biting at me, and one ready to drop on my head.
Yeah, try not to get the one. I'm trying to get one.
You see her start doing some movement, and it looks like she's taking off her belt. And she's still in the martial arts fighting style, and she pulls out a chunk of what looks like chain.
Huh?
It was her metal belt, you thought, up to this point. Give me 1 second here. So I'm going to roll to attack with that.
Wow, that's cool.
See how that went. Attack of 12. I think that's going to be armor class 7. I believe. Yes.
Oh, I'm back.
So that was armor class 7 for 6 points of damage. As she pulls out this what looked like a belt, whipped it around, started whipping it in the air, and just lays it right down the back of that toad in front of her.
Like a Manriki Kusari or something. Now, the one right in front of you?
Yeah, the one that should be wounded already. The one that took the first arrow.
Oh, and it goes right into its cranium, across its eye, and dislocates, cuts its lower jaw off. You saw the rings across its head. It exposed a brain. You open it right up. You hit it with such a perfect strike. And the creature instantly just flops over with one of its legs twitching out. Doink, 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 doink.
Nice. Holy damn it.
Very dead. Relenora, you saw that Boudica was attacked as well. But there's a lot of action in front of you. There's a big mama frog over there, right? Like, that's a huge frog. Reloading her tongue.
I'm going to shoot at this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I roll a d20 plus any bonuses I have. Wait.
Yeah. Like, you're shooting you get dexterity bonus for missiles as an elf.
So yeah. So is that plus 4 total or?
Well, let's look at your character a minute.
16 dex, and then I got the plus 1.
I think that's one or two. Yeah, that's not much. 16 dex might give you 1 or 2 bonus to missiles. I'd have to look it up real quick.
Plus 1.
Oh, okay. So
okay.
plus 2. 10.
Yeah.
I'm pretty new to this system, so I don't know.
Oh, and what's the other plus 1 from?
The being an elf.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's not good.
And your arrow misses the mark. And the bush on your left or your right is a bit in the way. But you get another shot at the coming up, okay? After they act. So Boudica, you were attacked.
Yes.
I'm going to spin you around, okay?
Thank you. And I think the most logical thing is to attack the toad in front of me because that's the most imminent threat.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. Am I able to do a point blank shot with my bow, or do I need to pull out a melee weapon and attack?
Depends. Do you have your bow out right now?
I do.
Okay, you can shoot point blank, and if you are not a ranger or specialized in a bow, you're at a minus because you're in melee.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be -2.
Gotcha. So I will put that down.
Unless you specialize in a bow, then you can do combat or melee shooting.
Yeah. I was primarily taught to use a bow and then use melee weapons when the time presented itself. But Boudica was more familiar with bows.
Well, we're getting some feedback from something's building there. Is it just me?
I hear a little bit.
I heard it.
It's not super bad, but it's getting a bit. Okay, so go ahead, Boudica. This ugly big frog thing is trying to bite your face off.
Yeah, and
an arrow whisk out of nowhere and just miss it. And
yeah. So here we go.
14.
Sorry, I'm muted. You needed a 13 to hit this sucker without any modification, so that's a hit. So roll a 6-sided. Oh no, you're -2.
So that was 12. Or 10. I'm sorry, I must have hit.
You missed.
I forgot to add the negative.
You're too close, and you just.
Too close. Yeah.
You can shoot another arrow after he tries to bite you. By the way.
Okay.
Justin, you were crouched by the tree, and you saw these frogs launch over. One of them perched itself on the root wad. The other one jumped over the trunk and is attacking Boudica. And you see all this. They don't see you. You hope.
All right. I'm going to move. I mean, my movement rate is normally 12, so maybe just 6 here. I can't move my guy right now, but what I want to do is go between the bush and the tree trunk and attack the one that's on Boudica and attack it from behind.
Okay, so it doesn't get dexterity bonus or armor bonus. and you get +2 for rear attack. And so you just come up behind this creature and come out of the bush and like, ah.
All right, so it's +2.
Correct. That is a hit. You come in and with your sword, you describe what you do.
I come up from behind it, and I am trying to hit. You do a sweeping attack across its backbone.
Ooh.
It's a large creature.
No, it's a medium actually. They aren't quite large creatures. They're big for a frog though. They're probably this one probably weighs about 250 pounds.
Okay.
Big Mama's probably 500 pounds.
Ouch.
All right. So doing that, I with my strength bonus and some the adjustments for the broadsword, I do 6 points of damage.
Oh, so close. And you score right. Your sword cuts deep into its back, and you slice through even a rib or two, and cut deep into its back. But don't score a vital organs. You don't get in there, and the ribs are enough. Though you cut through some and did horrific damage. The thing yet lives. And is
it's a start.
You heard it big time. Okay, we do have a sound in the background. I'm trying to narrow it down.
Sounds like a fan.
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna. Yeah, no, it's just some scratching noise. Pretty.
Yeah, I hear that too.
There it goes. It's better.
Yeah, I hear it too.
Okay, that's better. I'm not sure. That depends. There, it's back again. Hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna go down the line and mute people one at a time. Just isolate it. Okay, sorry, Dean. There's something going on, I think, with Dean's mic, because it all of a sudden went real quiet there. Is that just me?
No, it wasn't just you.
Okay, yeah, Dean, there's something up with your mic. Okay, everybody, sorry, you can unmute yourselves. I think.
Not so much anything.
No, it works really well, but there was something going on there, Dean. I'm not sure.
Okay, it's dead quiet in my house. I'm the only one awake at the moment.
No, it's your mic or something.
That was the connection,
Our connection.
the mic connection.
Could be.
I get dusted them, they get scratchy.
There we go.
Oh, ouch.
Give me a second. I'm just checking my connections, making sure I don't get anything loose here.
Now it's good.
Or maybe I just had a loose connection in the plugins.
Yeah, no, it's great now.
That would do it.
Okay, wow. It was pretty bad, D. It was
Yeah, that would for sure explain it.
okay.
Yeah, I just pushed on all the connections.
There you go.
All right, everybody. Justin, you hit this thing. You didn't kill it. Moving on, Taruko followed you, and he comes up behind and would strike. And Gru is so big, he's caught up in the branches of this bush. I'm going to give him a dex save. Dexterity is not great. Oh, he's caught up in the bushes, making a fuss. And making a lot of fuss, a lot of noise. He's shaking the whole damn bush. And that's his turn. Hold on.
Second arrow.
Just having a quick look here. So he's caught up. Taruko's kind of taking cover behind Justin. There's not much room. There's not much he can do, actually. He's near the root wad. And now the frogs act. The frogs act.
I got my second arrow, though.
Yeah, go ahead. You can shoot that one off.
Yeah, so this frog up here, is he still alive?
He is.
Mm.
So do we
He was
get a
going to jump
second
at
round
you.
before
He's
or
coming
after?
at you. He's launching. Good shot.
Green.
Damage.
Yeah.
So do we get our second shots now or after the frogs?
Relinora, you'll get yours later. He's getting that one because he's jumping right at him.
Okay.
Yeah, and Relinora, actually, you can take your next shot now because nobody's attacking you.
Oh, okay. Freaking jeez.
You saw Justin come out of nowhere and just hammer this one frog. But it's not
I
quite dead.
rolled poorly. I rolled another 5, so it's only 7.
Shit. Okay, that's a miss.
This is why I roll dice. Damn.
Okay, this one frog on your left, Sister Zhang,
Aha.
totally misses. Big Mama Frog. Now I'm giving you an actual +2 to your AC because the other frog's kind of in your way, the dead one.
Oh, the big frog in front of me.
Yeah.
See if she slimes and
Okay,
sticks
the
around.
tongue comes lashing out again and misses again. This big slimy pink and green blobby thing. This frog jumps at Randrew.
Dang.
He's wounded. He's got 2 arrows in him, but he attacks.
Okay.
And what's your AC?
6.
6. It was a 10. That's a miss.
Whew.
Crashes near you, misses. This one's still alive. He got hit by Justin, and it's frenzy. It attacks Boudica. Boudica, your AC.
Is 8.
And it bites you. And this is one of the smaller ones. It does less damage. One point damage. Let's see here.
Nom nom nom.
Yep, nom, gobble, gobble. They're missing though, but there's a large crash and bound as a large frog lands behind you guys. They've come to the sound of that bush shaking, and they both land above Gru. And these are medium, 2 medium ones. You realize they're a small, medium, large. They do less or more damage and have some subtle stat changes. So there's 2 more. Taruko and spin around, and their next round, that's their action. They jump in, and they're perched and ready to attack. Has everyone acted?
I've got 1 attack left for this round. I think I'm the last one with an extra attack to go.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So the second martial arts attack. You see her whipping this thing around, and she's really got it up to speed, and it's going.
Mm-hmm.
Armor class 16 is definitely
That's a hit.
attack roll of 16, and smaller medium
7 damage.
7
You don't-
damage.
You did. Oh, that's a wicked weapon.
It's
You hit the one on your left, right?
that other small one, yes.
Okay, describe what happens as you eviscerate this.
With this chain's whipping around, you see her hook it off an elbow, change direction, turns 90 degrees, and just flaps down and just lays right down his back from his snout right to his tail. And all you hear is clang, 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 clang as every chain bar in it drops.
And this thing slashes wide open, and you see like there's a liver slides out. And of course, we all dissected our frogs in our grade 10 science. Yeah, you open up the side of this thing and lash back this weapon, and whoa, Thrandur, you can see this. Well, if this medium frog wasn't trying to bite your groin, you see he just eviscerated 2 frogs.
Oh, nice.
Now, initiative. Rolling along. 2.
I also got 2.
Simultaneous action again. And you guys can go first with Thrandur leading the pack.
The sucker's right in front of me. When it comes to changing weapons, can I do a change? Can I like drop my bow, grab my sword, and make an attack still?
Yeah, you can drop your bow on the ground.
Yeah, I'm just dropping it. It's
And
right here again.
Make a dexterity check to see if you can quick draw.
That's fair enough. Dexterity.
This thing is yapping at your groin. No, that's a good thing. You want to roll under
Oh yeah.
checks. Yeah. So you're a quick movement. Your bow's behind you on the ground in a fluid motion.
Yeah, I got my bastard sword out because I don't have to draw it.
Bastard sword.
There all the time.
Okay, next time that's a large weapon. I'll give you a penalty for quick draw next time. Okay. But anyway, you pull out your bastard sword, and in one fluid motion, you can attack.
Okie dokie. So let's see. I only have a 17 strength.
And this thing has 1 or 2 arrows in it. It's wounded. And it's too much. You whip your sword out. You're too close with such a large weapon.
Yeah.
And this thing's right there in your groin. And you're just with the pummel. Sister Zhang.
I'm no longer.
I'm on front of you, reloading.
I'm going to call for some arrow fire into the big one. The big one.
This artillery support.
Yeah, that's who I was going to go for next, but until this guy jumped me.
But I'm not engaged at this point. I'm not in melee, so I can move to. Because I just wanted to step back far enough to be on the opposite side of it from Thanadru with this one, so I'm behind it. Would that put me right there? Would that put me in melee?
There's a big frog in the way.
No, I know. I want to attack that frog.
Oh yeah, you can attack the frog.
I want to get.
You're going to turn your back on Big Mama though.
Yeah, that's not a good move.
Okay, you have 10 seconds to act.
I'm gonna step up to beside her, off to the side, so they can still have a clear shot.
Okay, well she turns on you.
Yep. And then I'm going to attack her with the whip.
Okay, she hits you with her tongue.
From right there?
No, while you're running up.
Oh.
You're small, right. So she might be able to swallow you. You know?
That's what I was afraid of. That's why I called for some up.
Then you can fight her from the inside.
Okay, I think that's a hit. No.
Oh, that's more than likely a hit on the creature that size.
All of a sudden, thud! You're running up, and it's such amazing speed. Like this tongue is just shoots out. It hits you, doing 1d6 damage.
Ouch.
Only 1 damage, but instantly there's this adhesive as the tongue lashes back, and you're like slingshotted toward this creature's mouth.
Ooh, that's closer than I wanted to be.
Now, being a monk, I'm going to give you a save.
Okay.
Because it's sort of a missile attack, and you're going to have a save versus a breath weapon. And you save as a thief, so that's 16.
And I have a special ability against a missile weapon.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving you this. You get that.
Oh, the parry. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry. Which save did you say that was? The.
No. What is? I think it's paralyzation, poison, death magic. They give you. I can't remember. You have to look at the monk. They get one of the saves. Or is it petrification polymorph? I forget.
I've got it in my hand. I'll look it up.
Okay. Yeah, but monks get a save versus missiles to deflect or dodge them.
Saving throw versus paralyzation.
Ah, okay. So
and if it's successful, it's dodged.
That would mean you are 13 better.
With the ring of protection on, it's a 12.
Oh yeah,
So what did I
That's a
roll?
fail.
Oof, that's a 4. That's
and
not
I
good.
was also going to give you your dexterity bonus on that. But regardless, no.
That's not close
You're
enough.
hit initially, and this thing draws you into its mouth.
Oof.
And it's going to try swallow you next round. It has initiative.
Ooh.
Oh man.
You're in its mouth.
So, can I make attacks from here, or is there anything I can do here on my turn?
It's like being you're grappled. It's called. So I forget. I posted it earlier. You're minus to your actions quite severely if you're grappled.
You maybe use a dagger or the end of the Manariki if it's got like the hook type.
Yeah, and you're going to be. I think it's like a -4 on your actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have any sharp edge blade on it.
He didn't swallow you though. If his attack, if he rolls a 19 or an 8 or a 20, you would have just went.
Yeah.
It would have been,
Can I try and break the grapple then and get away?
next round. You didn't make your save, so he grabbed you.
Okay.
And you're grappled, so your turn's over. Your round's over.
Okay, because I haven't done anything yet. That was just the.
Oh, you're -4 to your action. No, actually, you can act. You're -4.
Okay, so then I basically want to do the try and break that grapple and get out of his mouth.
How? You have 10 seconds.
Basically, grab both sides of his mouth with my hands, and basically do a hip flip. Try and land on his head. So basically, like a dexterity tumble move.
So you're not doing an attack. You're actually doing a maneuver.
Yeah, to break the grapple.
All right. So a -4 dexterity check. So you add 4 to your dexterity roll. And your dexterity is good. So
+4. Okay.
And I'm just looking here. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
And it also says you're considered prone. So that's another 2. You have to add 6
Okay.
to your roll.
We'll see how it turns out. Oh, that didn't work. I snagged or something.
Yeah, and you tried to get yourself in a wrestling move, sort of. And this thing just clamps down. And
Okay, good.
Relenora, you see that Sister Zhang is hit by the tongue and just.
All right. I'll definitely say Zhang's eaten by the mom, and I'm going to take a shot at it.
And this is the big mama, yeah. Okay, if you miss, there's a chance you could hit. It's small. So anyway, go ahead.
Okay, well I missed. I rolled a 2, so 4.
Oh dear. Okay, so you have he's small target compared to it. So you basically have a 20. Roll a 100-sided. If you roll under 25, you hit Sister Zhang.
Inside its mouth. Okay.
Yep. Well, she's flailing around and stuff.
I got.
It was
95.
a small chance. You rolled a 2.
I got 95 on that.
All right, so it's all good. You just miss, and you get another shot at the end of the round. Remember that.
Okay.
Boudica.
Okay. Well, Justin seems to be pretty well handling the toad to my right, so I'm going to attack the one on my left.
Be warned.
Just more covering it.
If you disengage and turn your back, it gets a rear attack on you of opportunity.
Never mind then.
Okay, yeah.
So, we'll handle the one in front of me then. Thank you for the heads up. So we're gonna try to shoot at it, and let's see how that goes. That's a 7. I still miss.
I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, because you're point blank, -2.
Because I'm point blank. That's why. Yeah.
Now you do get a +1 because of your heritage. To
Right.
archery.
Right. So that would make that an 8. And then my dex is really, really freaking high. So that's my dex is an 18. So
I think that's a +2 to archery.
I believe you're right.
Yeah.
And
So
that makes it
brings
much
up
closer
to-
because you are a ranger
Yeah,
and you need a 13.
and that brought it to a 10.
Okay, so you miss. And you get another shot coming up after they act. Okay.
Understood.
Justin, you just finished a mighty stroke. Ah,
Actually,
and this creature is still attacking Boudica. And even
actually,
though
the dex of 18 is +3 on missile.
Is it?
now
Okay.
Justin, make a wisdom check for me, or dexterity, which is ever better for you, to see if you
Okay.
see those two frogs behind you. You don't. So you have the foe, you're focused on this frog in front of you. Go ahead.
All right. So, do I still have its back?
Yes, +2. Nice. Now this thing is hurting, and you go in for the kill, and you can describe how that happens if you want.
All right. Its back is still to me. I've got the previous wound, and I'm trying to hit in the same spot.
Ooh, and you do. And there's more organs and ichor, and you basically cut off its back leg and sawed half of its back off, shear off its right haunch, and it quickly goes down, quivering heap of gelatinous frog matter. Anyone? So
Right.
That's the damage I did.
oh my. Okay, so you cut
Holy
this
shit,
thing in
Max.
half almost. You just jump up and land the blow, and just, a bunch of blood just splatters back at you. A bunch of blood splatters Boudica. And
Sorry.
you guys are covered in gooey mess and worse than blood, but he's definitely dead. And I'm going to give you 50 XP for rolling that excellent damage.
Thank you.
And by the way, if you get a nat 20, if that ever happens, give yourself 100 XP.
I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, so that frog's down. Taruko does spin around, and he sees that his companion is stuck in the branches. And he sees, all of a sudden, Taruko's like, he hisses, "Ah, you, Prince Boy. 2 more behind us."
Is that me he's talking to?
Must be. Senses you have some sort of noble quirks or something. Gru is trying to free himself, and he does. In the foliage, as this frog jumps down and attacks him. And misses barely. And this one jumps down and attacks him. And completely whiffs. You see Taruko, he swiftly moves forward and helps and attacks. Comes in with a martial arts strike. And he seems to move pretty fluid. He has a pretty good strike.
Oh yeah.
It'll look good. He rolled shitty on damage. So, but Gru has this big battle axe out. And he brings it down onto the back of the creature that he hit in a vicious strike, which carries into the creature's back. And he rolls shit damage, but his strength is enough. He has that he kills it just barely. He gets his battle axe into it, and the creature is dead. It just did enough damage with his plus 2 modifier. Tariko grew. Now the beast attacked. The one already attacked Zhang. The one attacks Thrandu. Now you get a shot first. We'll do your shots. Thrandu?
Oh, I got my bastard sword out.
Oh, okay. Who had a shot?
Me.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on. 8. I got 8.
Okay, another arrow goes into the bushes. Damn it. Boudica, do you have your bow still?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you can
Dice right now is real.
you can spin and shoot. There's only one kind in sight. There's a big bush in the way.
Yeah.
You hear some ruckus over there, though. You hear Taruko say, 2 more behind us.
I already mentioned, and I did say that Sister Zhang was eaten by Big Mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Boudica, you're like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, he said that
One in
Thrandu.
front of Thrandu is quite wounded.
Okay.
Got a
And that
couple
one's my
arrows in
best
it.
bet.
Mhm.
That one's my best bet. You know,
He's
He's
not
our best
fighting you,
bet.
so you don't get that that plus 2 or minus 2.
Okay. So I will remove that.
Yep, you can just let fly.
And 10 plus my 3 dex plus my racial bonus, that's 14.
Nice. That will do it. That will set you over the bar. Now the
Okay.
damage. This one has 3 HP left. I'll metagame that one.
Okay.
Because you can sense your zone in and let fly that arrow, and you sense it going toward its left ear hole.
Yeah. And let me see. Trying to remember the damage.
1d6.
1d6, thank you. And
Yeah.
In the ear hole it goes.
Yeah. Whew, that was after my crotch. Thank you.
Yeah, jeez. He's like, oh, jeez, my cod piece.
Steve, yeah, Sister Jang, too.
Mr. Shang is in a bit of trouble.
Good night.
More than just a little pickle over here.
So how many hit points do you have left, Jang?
8. I've only been grazed a couple of times, just a couple of little nibbles by the little ones.
Let me think. Any more attacks from the... Nope, I think we're all done. New round. These frogs you've killed quite a few, but Jang's in trouble. Okay, I rolled a 5.
Oh.
They're
Who's
aggressive.
rolling initiative for us?
Who's the roller?
I'm not rolling good. Please don't let me do it anymore.
I did. I rolled a 3.
Oh, whoops.
All right, so any spells?
No.
Okay, missiles. You get your first shot.
Oh, okay. Does that all apply to all of us archers?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep. They don't have any archers, so you guys can let your
Thank
first shot
God.
go. Unless you're in combat. That's the difference. So nobody's in combat except for Ruko and those guys and Zhang.
I got a 16, finally.
And who do you shoot?
Shooting the big mom.
Okay, so you miss Zhang.
Do I hit it? Hit the mom?
Yeah.
Nice.
And
That's a
Zhang, did you
6.
take an arrow hit there last round, right?
No,
Great.
I missed her.
Okay, yeah.
So I rolled a 6 for damage.
Ooh, nice. Phew, that goes right into its torso, like deep. It's hurting it. Ah! But it's focused on swallowing Zhang. Thrandu, you have bastard sword. Anyone else have missiles?
Bodicia there should be able to shoot.
yeah, I do.
Gotcha.
Should erase the dead frogs.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. So,
5
Yeah, since Sister Jang is the one in trouble, I think I'm gonna aim toward Big Mama as well.
Go ahead, shoot.
Nice.
Hey, now I have a home brew.
Okay.
Now describe where you're aiming to start with.
I'm gonna aim for I'm probably gonna aim toward the eyes. You know, if I can blind her, you know, that's one way of making
100
it easier
XP.
for us.
Don't forget 100 XP.
Yes.
Heather.
Yes.
Okay, now damage. Roll a 100-sided die.
Okay, cool. 100-sided die.
You may do triple damage or you may kill it. Actually, depends. Okay, you do
4.
double damage.
Okay.
So 6-sided. Roll a 6-sided die times it by 2.
Okay.
Critical shot.
Um,
Nice. That's the first 20 I've seen in friggin' Coon's age.
yeah.
Way to go, Heather.
Thank you. Okay, so it's not letting me double. So that's 3 times 3 or 3 times 2, which is 6.
Wow, you didn't quite. It's still alive, but it's so much in pain. That arrow goes in deep, and this thing shudders, but it's raging now, and it's just mawing on Jang.
Oh fuck.
Okay, start of the order, and you guys won initiative, right? Or did I? Hold on.
Have to go back up here.
Yeah, let's look at the records.
I rolled a 5.
Troy rolled a 3.
Yeah, so they go first.
Yep.
Right.
All right, you guys did your missiles. So Big Mama is gonna try and mow on you,
Uh-huh.
and it gets a +2 because you're considered prone, and +2, and you get no dexterity bonus, and you get no armor bonus, but you don't get that anyway, right?
No.
Okay. Okay. You live. No, just kidding. That's this thing is frantically trying to swallow you, and you're just frantically keeping your arms flailing around its gums, and you're no.
Not that. No, not there
and
either.
You manage to fend it off, and it's just trying to swallow you and missing. And
that tongue does not go there.
back here, there's one left, fighting Gru and Cobart in this one. And you guys realize that you might be winning this frantic battle. And this one attacks Gru and hits him. And this one's a bit of a larger one, does more damage. And he does take some damage. But he seems okay. And I think that's all they have for attacks. They're all dead, right?
There's only the 2 of them left, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Thrandrew.
Yeah. I'm gonna. So these other 2 frogs in front. Which frogs are dead? All the ones.
All
with the mark on
red
them?
dots are dead.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna sprint over here and try to save Sister Jang here.
Okay.
Who's that?
You run across the root wad. Now, this area isn't forest, so you're not halved. So you just run across there, and yeah, you can strike.
Try to strike it like its neck, kind of. Yeah, like right in the clavicle, kind of.
Well, yeah, careful. That's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, 13. That might. That's borderline.
You're ranger, right?
Yeah.
That's just a hit.
Oh.
Just a hit. Like, skitty.
Oh, yeah, and it's a large creature.
This one is.
Okay, so let's see. That's 2 die 8 plus 1. Oh, 13 damage.
Oh, you're using a two-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah, large creature. Oh, wow. You cut its head off.
Just the tank falls out of the mouth.
It's just, and the whole head comes off with Zhang inside it. And it looks kind of comical. So she's kind of sitting in an easy chair all of a sudden.
Yeah. I offer a hand. Here, I'll be up.
Whoa!
Suddenly I'm quite comfortable and it's warm in here and not bitey anymore.
Yeah, it's just gonna give me a light massage. Gum.
So well done. I'm going to give you 50 XP right there, Brad.
Wow, that was a hit.
Sister Zhang, you're still prone. You're considered prone, so it'll take like a couple segments to get up.
I can help with that.
And if you
So-
want, but you're comfy, you're like, oh,
I can breathe.
That was more than I cared to do, but I think we need to get around this lump over here and back to the road, because this is not a safe place to be moving.
too many frogs.
Too many frogs. Let's see. So 1,
Yeah,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
There's
7,
left.
8, 9, 10. I'm back to the road. I don't like it in there anymore. What is?
And you see to your left that there's combat. There's one holdout frog. Holdout frog.
10. The road doesn't count as difficult terrain. I don't double
No.
that.
No.
Okay, so that's 11, and I can get to there with 11 squares of movement, including difficult terrain.
So you can attack. Not enough to attack.
I think he's already acquired a target that he hit last time anyway. So I'll wait till next round. I'm good.
Well, Relanora?
Shooting through that bush would give me penalties, right?
Big time. Actually, your visibility's blocked.
I shot up arrows in the forest before. Yeah, they can go.
Yeah, you'd be like -10.
2,
Big Mama is dead.
4.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, she needs a red dot right between the eyes. Pop.
That's funny. Cut his head off your inside.
Woo! Didn't need the toenails trimmed today.
Can I? I can shoot him from here, right? Without
Yeah.
penalty.
You'll clip the. He'll get +2 to his AC.
Okay. Why not? Better than
You
no
can get
shot.
one shot off because you have to move 30 feet
Yep.
through difficult terrain.
Rolled a natural 18, so 20
That's a hit.
for another 6 damage.
Oh, you hit it solid. Not quite kill it, but it's
I'm
still
just glad
hurting.
I'm hitting shit. Okay. Let's take a 1
Boudica.
advantage.
Things
Yes.
happening. You're just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Frog, dead.
Yeah, no shit. So if I try to shoot through this bush, I'm gonna end up with some serious penalties. So
Oh yeah, that bush is you're like -10. Like you're just going by Zen or something. It's-
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Luckily, I think if I move 1, 2, I'll have a straight shot.
Yep, you can get one shot after that because you'll have just enough for one shot.
Okay, and
Do the same thing. Come around the corner.
Crit fail.
Roll a 100-sided die.
Oh,
Okay, coming right up.
being punished for rolling a 20.
Okay,
This is
you
why
just
I'm
kind
not-
of stumble out, and your arrow just goes pew, up in the air. into the
Well,
I have a 1.
hey, it's better than hurting somebody, so I'm happy with that.
By the way, we should be minusing arrows.
I've been doing that.
Everybody, yeah, little
Yeah.
reminder.
I've
Okay, your arrow goes shooting up, nowhere. Justin,
All right. I'm going to retrace my tracks and go back between the tree and the shrub to try to encounter the fight that I heard going on.
Déjalo.
make a dex check to see if you can maneuver by Taruko and the dead.
Oh yeah. Roll 20.
Give yourself 100 XP. And
Huh?
you 100 XP. Not
No,
20.
I said, would you like me to roll a 20?
Oh, I thought you said to roll a 20. Yeah. A dex check. So you have to roll your dexterity or less.
I rolled under it by 6.
And you fly through there and blow by Taruko and confront the last frog. And strike at it. Try to spear it with your sword. And it
Didn't
just
do
goes
so
to
well.
the side. Damn it. Taruko's kind of brushed aside. He misses an attack. He's like, ooh. Gru swings his battle axe. And awkwardly, completely whiffs. And his battle axe kind of got caught up in the shrubs again. How awkward. And we're back to the top of the turn order. There's one frog left as far as you guys know. Initiative. Roll a 6-sided. This thing may do some damage yet. I rolled a 2. Go ahead. You guys win. So those nearby just hack this thing down. Actually, Gru misses. Zhang, you can strike it. And Justin, you can hit it. Right now. Rest
Yep.
of yeah.
Just hold off
Other
on
ones
the
can get
arrows.
a second later. So Justin steps in with his sword. He's quickest on the roll 20 draw. Roll your damage. And you can describe how you dissect a frog leg.
Thank you.
Any of us French?
Yeah, we're gonna have a great dinner tonight. Frogs like
Wow, and everybody just all of a sudden it's very quiet. And there's no more large creatures jumping through the jungle and foliage and
How
bog.
about 9 points of damage on it?
Ouch. Yes.
Oh.
You definitely, yeah. Your call, but it's not pretty. Icar flies and limbs go hither and dither.
All right, save
Over
some of
yawn.
them frog legs. I hear they're good.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Gotta
Alright,
find
everyone.
some butter when we get back to town.
lots of it.
Lots of it.
Okay, so that actually is well done, you guys. That was an intense combat. And
Woo.
meant to kind of show you the ropes, how I play and stuff, and the dice, and it got quicker and stuff. It went really well. Anyway, the silence ensues, and you guys are covered in frog blood. Who is wounded and whatnot?
I took a couple of little nibbles. Nothing too serious.
Yeah. I took a very small nibble, so get those who are injured worse than I am first before worrying about me.
All right.
So we're gonna.
So everybody, I'm going to take 5-minute bio. I'll be back, and we'll continue to the
Okay.
keep.
So we're gonna gather on the road then, while we.
Yeah, I think if anybody was in that tower, they'd have been shooting at us by now. There's nobody in that tower.
Unless they're dying laughing.
Laughing, yeah.
Or making us such a racket. Yeah, I don't know. It might have attracted some kind of attention, but yeah. Well,
Yeah, for sure.
there's nobody up there.
If any of you want to know what she was doing with her belt buckle,
No, I had
Using it
a
as
pretty
a
good
weapon,
view
apparently.
of how you used that. Thank you.
who was the other one?
Eleanor.
Is it? It's obviously a weapon.
In a matter of sense, yes. It's a 9-section chain whip.
Oh yeah.
There's a guy at my club that showed me how to use one the other day, so that I'd know how to describe it here tonight.
That's awesome.
He trained for 6 months in China and brought one back with him, 9-section chain whip and a rope dart. And for this, because I knew that was the weapon I randomly rolled to be her martial arts weapon, I got him to show me how it works so that I could actually accurately describe it in combat.
That kicks ass. That's amazing.
That's cool too.
It's literally just a handle the size of your hand to hold on to with a ring in the end of it. And the rest of it is 3 links of chain and about a 4-inch metal bar times 9.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty freaking easy.
Oh yeah, because you're not blocking it. Because anywhere you touch it, it's just going to fold and hit you anyway.
Mhm.
But you hook it around an elbow and turn it 90 degrees, or you wrap it around your neck, come out the other direction. Any way you lay it on somebody is going to be something broken.
I'd probably hurt myself badly with one.
Like trying
I'm
to
thinking the same
attack
thing,
you.
Troy.
Whack!
Oh yeah, he said basically learning that thing, you start off wearing like entire football gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable set of protection.
Yep, full body armor, full visored helmet, groin protection. Every joint has to be covered in plastic or something like impact polymer plastic, because
Right.
you are
Wow.
going to break something if you spin it wrong.
Half of combat is not hit with bladed weapons and stuff, but half of it is not hitting yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
Exactly.
like it.
Especially double-edged weapons. You got to be so careful because if you're wrenching it out of something or bring it back towards yourself, you got to watch that momentum. You can go thwack and hit yourself.
Yeah. Have any of you guys ever seen a Chinese hook sword axe? What's called hook axes.
I can't say that I have.
Picture a typical longsword.
Oh,
Okay.
the ones you put together like hook swords.
Yeah, hook swords.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, they made some of those on Forged in Fire. That show
Yep.
where the forgings, yeah, make weapons and stuff. Yeah,
My instructor has a pair and knows how to use them.
yeah. There's everything on them is sharp. Yeah,
The only place that is not sharp on them is the handle you hang on to.
yeah. Those are brutal. Yeah, everything is just all of it. The rest of it is sharp, but that's good for a movie. Usually getting close to that too. Yeah,
Well, it's a solo weapon because there is no way to be friendly near somebody who has one of them.
then you hook them together and go, and you swing both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and the spear tip is on the outside end then.
So
Yeah.
you guys can move your. Now we're in free action mode, so you can move your tokens where you will. You can bring them to the road or fan out. Just
Yeah.
beware. I'm watching everything, and if I say freeze, you
Yep.
may have stepped in a booby trap.
I think we need to recluster here on the road by the tree gap. I don't think that we need to worry about it now.
Yeah, so you come back, and everyone's just like, you're all covered in everything. Everyone's covered in frog blood.
Except for me.
It's-
I was
except
smart
for-
We're gonna
enough.
go find one of the places where the frogs came from and maybe wash up a little bit.
I wouldn't recommend that right now.
Yeah, a little bit of splashing. 10 more come out. Ah!
I'll just use my cantrip shine on Boudica.
Yeah,
Hey.
Buffer up.
That'll work.
And drop the gua. I've been slimed like that tongue is not
Oh,
friendly.
you were in its mouth for a round.
But I'm covered.
Ah, that was slimy.
Yeah, that was a good move because if it rolled a 3 or over its hit, it would have swallowed you,
Oof, that would not have been friendly.
and then you can't attack. You're actually just now holding your breath
In the belly.
in the belly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
taking automatic damage every round.
And very dark. But
Yeah.
Acid, right? So you guys get back to the road quick, and you're all like excited and, like I said, covered in blood and just like, yeah.
nobody's dead. Woohoo!
That's yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna assemble the party again in order up the road. So I'm just gonna move the party. Bear with me, as it was sort of last we met. Justin was kind of
And,
front.
Yeah, and sorry early on in the game, I'm not sure how sensitive my microphone is, but my cat was howling because she was hunting toy mice.
heard that for a bit. And for a while, I was like, "Oh my god, what's
That
she
really
doing to
upset
that
No,
cat?"
that was her. Yeah, that was her. She
Wow.
was when she hunts toy mice. If she catches one, which has been happening a lot lately, the cry that you heard was her calling to say, "Dinner's here, come eat." It's a common cat thing,
Yeah, I know.
and with Siamese cats, they're particularly vociferous. So
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
yeah,
All right,
she's
so
the one that was heard Monday yelling.
Yeah.
And by the way, on that note, Boudica, if you could give me a charisma check.
Okay.
This one, add 5, so it's a hard one.
Okay. I have a feeling I know what you're trying to do. And I meet it.
Is your charisma 17?
Yes, it is.
You see a figure coming up the trail behind you guys. It's been following you.
What the expletive?
It's the gorilla. Now, was that Archie?
No, Archie was the anteater.
Right.
I don't remember the name of the gorilla.
Okay,
Agilla.
Mist in the Morning is his name.
Mist in the Morning, okay.
And this silverback comes out of the swamps behind you, sniffing on the ground and looking up, startled.
Okay. So, I'm going to approach him, I guess, and say, "What news?"
And he just followed your trail. He's thumping and he's just concerned. But he's going to go back soon, or he can wait out here.
Okay.
He knew there was a horse is back.
Oh, okay.
Maybe have him guard the horse or take the horse?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him, guard the horse.
He followed your trail and he goes back and agrees and nods. Okay, now everybody's back on the trail, and you've just killed these frogs. Some XP, by the way, are in order. The group so far gets 380. Oh no, wait, and then the mother. 880 for the party.
Holy shit!
That was
not each
intense.
for the
That was an
party.
intense fight.
Yeah.
So that is
So 880
5 by
divided by 6. Hang on.
Are we sharing XP with the NPCs or not?
No.
Okay, so divide by 5.
Divided by 5.
So everyone gets 176.
Hold on.
Yep.
I gotta divide that by 3. If I get decimal points, do I round up or down?
You said 176?
176 experience.
Okay.
Do I round up or down?
That was 880 divided by 6.
Divided by 5.
By 5.
Oh, okay.
2, because 6. Who's number 6? Because the other 2 are NPCs.
Gotcha.
All right, people. You guys overcame everything. Anyone seriously hurt or needs attention?
Lightly, not seriously, no.
Do I round up if I land on decimals for dividing up my experience?
Yeah. Round up.
Okay.
There's a break in the tree there. You can see on the path. You can squeeze through, or you can do other things if you want.
I'm gonna have a good look at kind of over in the tower to see if I see a head poking out, or we make quite a racket here. So,
Well, you guys made noise, not a racket. There were no fireballs or
yeah, I don't know about
screaming.
but
Okay, yeah, take a look. So, do you have a hear noise, or is that thief only?
I
I have your noise.
think I have anything specific to that. No.
So the thief can make a hear noise roll.
Okay, sure, yeah. And I'll do that.
I
and
have
I'll-
thief skills as well as a monk.
Let's have a good look. See if I can see anything.
Your noise, 15%.
You see a rotten drawbridge up ahead, and there's a moat house.
I got 79.
So you don't hear anything.
Hmm.
It looks like the drawbridge has rotten and fallen down a long time ago, and it's kind of should prove somewhat stable from what you guys can see from here. You're still about 60 feet, 70 feet away from that broken down drawbridge. There is the tower on the left, and there's you can try other stuff, I guess, right? That seems the easiest way across the drawbridge. Now, Thrandu and actually Boudica can roll as well. Make a plus 50 tracking again.
Was the mother frog or toad, was she still fat?
She's still what?
Was she still fat? Like all the other frogs were skinny because they were starving, right?
She was actually a bit fatter than the rest, definitely.
She could always eat them.
Eesh.
Well, yeah, that's possible.
You know, frogs do eat their young.
Yeah, it was.
Wouldn't be surprising.
I'm hungry and lazy.
Yeah.
Get in my belly. So you guys want to cross the tree, or do you try something else?
Yeah, no, it seems so swampy. It might be our only way in, really.
I agree with everyone else. If there was actually people waiting for us, at least on the walls, they would have been at least taking action.
I think to limit our losses, that we need to get up to the drawbridge and see how stable it is, see if it's stable enough to cross, and get inside fairly quickly within the next couple of minutes.
Yeah.
So the party's going to advance.
Yeah. At least.
Well, we made those rolls. What's
Yeah.
up for that?
Yeah.
Hey, I've got the map back finally.
Nice.
Of course, after the fight is over, of course.
And you don't see anything but a worn and old path that leads up to the moat house. And there's a battered and bruised drawbridge just hanging across. And the moat looks like there's this kind of green fungus algae growing in it. It looks pretty nasty. You probably don't want to fall in there.
In there.
No.
And you're looking out for these frog things too.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, well, yeah, Covos will go ahead, I guess. Just investigate. I'll take a look for any tracks in that too. Just have a look around for tracks, just to get an idea of what kind of traffic.
You already made that roll and you didn't really find anything. So now you're close up and you're right at the drawbridge, and the broken tower's on your left. It's quiet and gaunt, and the actual gates are burst open, and one's kind of teetering on one hinge. The place was sacked or broken long ago.
I'm gonna use my 10-foot pole and put some weight on a few different sections of that drawbridge ahead of where we're at, just to see if there's any place that's going to give out underneath us. That doesn't look real stable.
make a dexterity check as you maneuver that, and you're beside him, the ranger, and anyone else can move forward if they wish. But for now, Thrandu and Zhang are up there.
Yeah, we'll just take it delicate here.
Okay.
We'll go up and we can start probing ahead, and we'll go ahead first and decide what path looks best, and then tell the rest.
Yep.
Okay, so move your characters up. Zhang.
Yep.
Right up to the drawbridge.
An alternative before we cross this rickety thing.
10 or 11 feet across. 10 feet into the stone. Yeah.
And what was that dexterity check?
That was an 18. I failed that one. I missed it by 1.
But who was with the pole? That
was me. That was Sister Zhang. She's poking with the
whole
pole ahead of us.
That section of the drawbridge just gives away. And you pitch forward.
Dang.
Into this bog goo.
Am I close enough to grab her?
Do we get a dexterity check?
Ooh, Justin. Yeah. Yes, you can make a dexterity check, and I'm going to make it you have to add +3 to see, and you'll have to drop your sword.
All right.
So it's -3 for me then.
No, +3. There's roll. He has to roll under his dexterity, but he has to roll at a +3.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, he does.
Yeah. There is, and I use those a lot, those checks, just to let the dice decide, and if you guys come up with a neat idea.
His dex is 17, and he rolled an 8.
Yeah,
okay.
My dexterity is
Mr. Zhang, you feel yourself just being hoisted from behind. Just as you're collapsing forward, that vest you have is also drawn taut as you're small, right? How much do you weigh?
Oh, like 125 or 125 or 130.
Yeah, you're just lifted up. Now, what's your strength, Justin?
17.
Yeah, so you're just you're lifted up in the air and pulled back and out of and that section just crumbles away into the darkness down below.
Yeah. More slime.
But Thrandu has had luck. He's actually going across, and it's solid on this side.
Use his side.
I'll try to find the best path and then describe it to the other guys. And do I need to do another check to make it across? Or?
No, you made your check, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you slip across and you come up. Let me see. Yeah, because remember, 10. Now, if you're
Justin
stealthy,
will tell her
you're
be
half speed.
careful, and he'll pick up his sword.
Yeah.
I'll be stealthy for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so if you're being stealthy, you're half speed. Remember. Okay, so your speed, Thrandu, is 12, if not more, because of ranger. But that would be 6. So you can go 6 squares. And remember, don't go diagonally. You have to count them up. And at this point, you see that you're looking at the inner courtyard, and it's full of debris. And I'm going to give me a quick plus 30. So add 30 to your trap roll. Or not trap, track.
Okay. So I have a percentile. I have a base 90%. Actually, no. This isn't the forest. Well, I might just have to look that up 1 second.
All right. While this is happening, you guys can see that the ranger slipped across and has gone up close right beside one of these gates, and he's looking into the courtyard. And we'll move to Sister Zhang. Now, you just got yanked out by Justin, so we'll go to Eleonora.
Okay, so 65%.
So I have an idea. Instead of using the rickety boards, why don't we pull the bridge back and take the steel bars and send them across instead?
Well, he found a safe passage.
He found one that was strong.
He said, go this way, and he secured one.
No,
But just don't go where he went, or she went.
Okay, I'll
Stay off the left side.
I was watching.
Yeah, stick to the right.
Okay, and I'll just have a make sure nothing under here moves.
So
Okay, so yeah, posting.
I made the suggestion, so I'll say, well, if you insist, and then I'll imitate his movements.
Yeah, and it's clear. It is a little rickety, but he definitely found the solid oak planks that still held, right? So it's still like a 2.5 foot wide section that's pretty solid.
Okay, so do I just move across, or
Yep.
do I have to move a check?
Are you stealth?
Yeah.
Then you're
I would
half
have-
speed?
Yep.
You can move 6 squares.
I'm just gonna end up in this land.
So starting here.
Yeah, Sister Shang, you could have been in the goo. Now that green part, I'll tell you guys later what happens if you fall in there.
Don't really want to know. I've been slimed enough.
Slime.
That's 5 squares.
You're really a droll.
And I bothered to roll for my move silent, and I got a 20.
Oh, percentage?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, so you're Thrandu, you barely notice this female smooth character slide up to the other side and posts up. And you're like, whoa, and you nod. Oof, okay. Boudica
Okay.
watched Jang almost fall in this goo. And Justin is now picking up his sword and kind of tapping her on the back and talking to her.
Just telling her, be careful.
Yeah, and I'm going to move up and avoid the side that Sister Jang discovered was not stable.
Yep.
So that you move 20 feet.
Yep. And my
Are you
max.
stealthing?
Yeah, let's stealth it just in case. You never know
So
what
you
could
can
be
move
there.
six squares, stealthy,
Okay.
and you have to go like back and forth, and you can go through Sister Zhang. So you could go up 1, 2, 3, 4. You could actually go to here, going 4,
Okay.
and you
Yeah, I
can
think-
occupy the same 10-foot square as somebody else.
Okay. Yeah, so I think I'll do that.
And you have to hold down Alt if it's bugging you, not letting you do shit. Just hold down Alt, and you can customize the motions.
2, 3, 4. There we go. Yeah, luckily, my laptop mouse seems to work pretty well, or pad, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Okay, you have about 3 segments to act. You can do like a talking action or draw a weapon, assume a different stance, so on.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I'm going to.
Or
to,
move.
I think I'm going to get into a defensive stance.
You take up post behind your new friend.
Yes.
So Justin, you're like just done and pulled Sister Zhang back, and she's like nodding like, "Oh, thank you," and you can still act. I'm gonna give you
All right.
your full round. Now you see everyone's being stealthy. They're sneaking across the drawbridge. Like, they're not making a sound.
All right. I've picked up my sword again, and I think I'll just staying on that right side. We'll go ahead and walk across.
Are you gonna stealth?
How does a cavalier stealth?
Oh yeah, you can't. Oh yeah, if you have heavy armor, you can't.
Oh yeah, it's better than Django.
So you kind of cling, 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 and
It's
you.
studded leather.
Yeah, so you have your full, and you have I think 9 squares you can move. Medium armor, so you can move 9. Full plate is like 6.
Right. So I'm right behind Boudica now.
Okay, so the 3 of you are occupying that space, and behind the there's one that gate is kind of leaning, teetering over sideways, and you guys are poking around the corner, and you can bob your head out a bit, and you can see there's a large courtyard, and Let me have a look to see what you guys can see.
Yeah. It's kind of little.
Can I go ahead and move over to my right and be clear of Boudica?
Give me 1 second. I'm going to give you guys some more vision. Because it's about noon now, not even 10:30. So just bear with me.
Killing frogs doesn't take long.
And
Yeah, but cooking and eating them does.
We're not there yet.
nice.
We didn't have them for breakfast. We want to have them for supper.
Okay, everyone can see further now, right?
I'm just saying I do have a cantrip called Salt.
Oh yeah,
Salt?
yeah.
Was
Hey,
that salt? Salt? S-A-L-T or sulk? S-U-L-K?
It could be both.
Okay, let me know if you can see further.
Run into a giant slug that might come and hit.
I can.
Ooh, I can see a little bit of stonework over there. The collapse.
Yeah, I can see a little bit further. It's dim light, but yeah.
I think I'm going to step off the drawbridge at least.
Yep. And you guys have all assembled in this gatehouse. Now, on your left is this kind of ruined tower. There appears to be a large courtyard in front of you. And there's a set of stairs, kitty corner, a breach on the left, and overlooking the place is walls with kind of arrow slits in them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're dark at the moment. The whole place is dead quiet. But you're like, yeah.
So are we all going in or not?
Does my infrared help me see into the dark places up here? I can see into these two.
At this point, it's daylight, so that's totally phasing out that. Like that spectrum of light is not available at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm going to move Sister Zhang across the bridge now and up in behind Thanadru.
Okay, so you're all like huddling. You're all pretty close. You're all within like 20 feet of each other at the point, and it's like, wow. And Taruko and he gingerly goes onto the drawbridge and comes across. And the Hulk is staying on the other side at the moment. He's kind of looking, scratching his head. And he starts to go across.
We don't see anything out there. We don't see any activity of anything.
He pirouettes like a ballerina.
Mm-hmm.
No, I kid. He comes over quietly.
Get at it.
And you're looking at this courtyard. And you know that there's been recent activity here. These scoundrels are somewhere in here. Clever devils.
What do you say to the idea of checking that tower that's right beside us? If there was anything in there, they saw us fighting them frogs.
I almost half want to grab one of those giant frogs, check it out into the courtyard, and see if it gets peppered full of arrows.
Okay, I'll take the lead.
I was just visualizing.
I can check it out if you want.
Still in stealth mode, everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just waiting for everybody to cross the bridge.
You notice that Boudica
Okay.
is amazingly camouflaged.
Who is that?
Boudica.
Boudica.
Oh, yes. She has a tendency just to disappear when she stops moving.
So I guess
Okay.
I'll take my 6 movement then.
Yeah.
And we want to check the other tower out. So 2, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, and you slip very stealthily, and the elf moves very, very smoothly around the corner. It creeps up on the entrance to this large tower. It's probably about 30 feet across, if not more. And give me, if you would, a wisdom check.
12, which matches my wisdom.
You see some wispy white strands inside, hanging down and about.
I'm going to look over. I don't see anyone from here,
No.
so I'm just gonna whisper, Thrandrew, I see some webbings.
That's not a good sign. I've encountered giant spiders before around these woods.
Do you think there'd still be spiders here?
Could well be. Depends on how old the webs are. Yeah, it's hard to say. They could just be old cobwebs, but that makes me cautious. Yeah.
I'm gonna take out 1 gold coin.
Now, you do see a pile of stuff in the middle of the tower, and it sparkles and glitters in the sunlight that kind of comes through the opening.
Don't let that fool you.
I'm gonna take 1 gold coin.
Those spiders are smarter than they look.
I wanna throw it into that web that I can see. Either one of the webs.
Okay. So it's going to be a tricky shot. I'm going to give you a dexterity or an attack. I'm going to make you attack against armor class 6.
I'm not gonna make it. I got just a 7.
Okay, so you throw and your gold piece just goes into the room and into some shadow. You might have heard a little bit of click, click, click.
And I'll just take a look to see if anything stirred in there, and I'll listen, but I guess nothing happened, so I looked at Thrandro and I just shrugged.
I'm not sure if we even want to go in there.
I'm going to move up to the edge of the stonework here.
All right. Justin's going to move up. Now, okay, everyone can say their action now, I suppose. And it's on Justin at the moment. We can start with you. So you move up to that broken gate and take a look around into the courtyard.
Yeah, I'm going to peek around into the courtyard.
Yeah. Can you see the well?
I can. Yeah.
No, I can see a red circle.
Oh, there is a well there. And then there are 2 walls overlooking the courtyard and the staircase.
And I lost the map again.
Oh, drat.
Damn it.
Taruko and Gru are staying in the back, as they tend to. Thrandrew, you come up behind Relinora.
Yeah, I'm really cautious because I've encountered giant spiders before. So I'm like, I don't think we really want to even go in there, but depends on what the group wants to do. But I'll kind of stay here, and as people come up through here, I tell them what's going on. I say, I see a bunch of webs and stuff over there. I don't know. I don't like the looks of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of treasure in there if you...
Maybe.
The old treasure.
Like accumulate things.
I mean, if anything, it will at least satisfy the other 2, who I believe are just in here for the gold, you know?
Mm-hmm. So, you guys done with your action?
I'm trying to get the map. It did that thing again where it slid all the way off the screen.
I don't know. It's having trouble either with your internet or Roll20 has some conflict with some app on your computer or something. I don't know.
Are you zoomed all the way in or all the way out?
Nope.
Okay. They're going to say if I take the slider bar all the way to the top, I can't see hardly anything on it either.
No, I'm right in the middle.
And can you see that red circle?
Not right now. I've been trying to move the thing over so I can maybe see where we're playing. There we go. Yes, I can see the red circle and the gold circle.
Well, and the rest is black.
No, I've got the map now again, but it does this thing where every once in a while it'll just slide the map all the way off. Yeah, not with the movement bars, but the map itself will slide all the way off to the left.
Oh damn. Well, I'll help you with something tomorrow and the next day or something. See if we can fix it.
Okay.
So Thrandu, you're done. You said, okay, let's not go in there.
I'm just gonna wait here for people to catch up. I'm gonna say, yeah, we see a bunch of webs here and some glittering stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's anything live right now. For Eleonora threw in a coin and nothing really seemed to happen.
Okay, you're sort of exposed in the courtyard a bit, in a way. You're out there. Sister Zhang?
I'm going to move up past them over to there just to see what they're talking about and take a...
Are you stealthing?
Yeah, I only move 4 squares, so
Okay.
quiet as I can be to get out there.
And you could look in and see the situation. There's a pile of kind of rubble and some husks of corpses or something, and some bones and some glittering gems and gold.
That's not a wise place to go. I agree. That's not what we're here for right at the moment. Maybe if our day goes well, we could come back to this. But this is not where we're here for today.
Yeah, plus if we get poisoned, that could be bad news. Do we have any anti-venom of any kind? Probably not.
No.
I mean, we do need an alternative escape route too. We can't rely on that bridge.
We could check it on the way back out if we survive.
Yeah.
All right.
Sister
Eleonora,
Zhang is done. Yep.
go ahead. You got...
Okay, so we figure we're just gonna skip this part. Go check it out.
Wise counsel is saying that would be the wiser.
Okay, I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page there.
Okay, so I'm moving over here. I'm checking out this well and looking through all these windows. I'm looking over at this well and the window.
What well?
There's one over here.
Off to the
Over
right from the
where?
gate.
Okay.
Though that's all I'm pretty much doing is just looking over the entire courtyard and then that well. Did Darren disconnect? I think he's DCing or something. Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
Okay, ow.
Ow.
Yeah, Angie decided to climb up, and she proceeded to punch me in the chest, shifting herself. She does that.
Smudge, my other cat, does that. So.
Yeah, so yeah, it's amazing what it's amazing how much pressure they can put out with such little paws.
Yeah, bam. Especially if the back claws catch onto you. Scratch.
Yeah, luckily she's pretty good about not using her claws. In fact, we trained each of the girls to avoid using their claws. Like we've done the which is we grab one of their paws and we've trained them so that their response is to either cry out or walk away, so that if we have kids, we don't end up with a poor little kid who gets lacerated across the face.
Yeah.
Because when they're infants and toddlers, they will touch and gently, typically, or hopefully gently.
My cat's a fighter. She's not much of a clawer, but she's a fighter.
Mm.
All right, I'm not seeing any well.
Oh, way over to the right and down a little bit, there's a well.
All right.
There.
For some reason, I'm just not seeing it.
Sandro?
Yeah. I can see it.
Okay.
No, I get a wedge of black before I get to a well.
That's weird. You might have.
Hey, it's roll 20. That's almost by definition weird.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. God damn it! Stop. This thing is the biggest pain in the ass.
Cool. Just got to get over to the stairs. I assume there's a door at the top.
Just lost the whole map again. God damn it.
Oh, maybe it's because Darren's gone. Where'd he go?
He probably got tired of my whining.
No. Yeah, he must be having technical difficulties or something. Notice he just disappeared there.
Come on, move over there.
Hopefully he didn't lose power or something at his place.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Getting lots of flooding right now, but that shouldn't cause too much trouble with that.
Not up there where he is, I don't think.
Yeah. On the hill. You never know. Somewhere the power's on here, and I live like 5 minutes away from him.
All right. Maybe I just need to take another step forward. Maybe I'm just not able to see around the
gigantic gate.
Yeah, I feel so exposed with all these arrow slits around me.
That's only because they're arrow slits.
Yeah, they're just unnerving. They're designed to hurt.
Well, yeah, looking through the tower, I can see back out to the other side of the swamp where the frogs came out. So, yeah, there nobody in there was watching us.
Yeah, spiders would hit him, I guess.
What? How can you do that? Are you able to? Is there a breach on the other side of the tower?
There's an open doorway there.